Lounging by the sea and lining up 5 sevens. Now that's a win. Showing off your new garden tool and raking in on 00. Now that's a win. Swinging to some classic rock and standing on 20. Now that's a win. Do what you love and get the thrill of Borgata. Anytime and anywhere in New Jersey. Play online. Poker, slots, blackjack, real money. TheBorgata.com. Now that's a win. Get $20 to play when you sign up now. Loving up on the Puglets and looking down on 4 kings. Now that's a win. Showing off your soft top and shoving in on a straight flush. Now that's a win. Manning the tongs and taking down a hot tournament. Now that's a win. Do what you love and get the thrill of Borgata. Anytime and anywhere in New Jersey. Play online. Poker, slots, blackjack, real money. TheBorgata.com. Now that's a win. Get $20 to play when you sign up now. Stretching your hammies and splitting aces. Now that's a win.
I'm gonna put you on air.
Toasting the perfect marshmallow and turning up 5
we're
cherries.
on the air.
Now that's a win. Waiting for a nibble and setting a trap with pocket kings. Now that's a win. Do what you love and get
Chip counts? You have those?
anytime and anywhere in New Jersey.
Swag.
Play online.
Poker,
slots, blackjack, real money.
Nice little plug for online blackjack.
Yep.
Now that's a win.
Let's see if I can figure out how to host on Twitch while we're doing this.
Well, it looks like we're on the line, on the air, guys.
All right.
There are the chip counts in front of you right now, with Carlos in first, Matt Stout in second, and you can read the rest. Asher has 12.9 million. And rounding off the field is Gary with 3.3 million. Kind of a long shot, but he's still there for some reason. I saw Gary last night at about 5 a.m. priming for the event, so I'm sure he's ready and drunk by now. Well, there's Gary. He's usually pretty animated. He looks like he's got his...
I know that guy.
He's got his drunk stupor on now. He said he's going to try his best to embarrass himself. He was doing that a little bit yesterday, but he's still here.
I'm just trying to get on to the Twitch stuff right now. Do you
And
mind?
Steve's
Sorry.
one of the best Borgata favorites in this crowd. Steve was actually down to 2 big blinds. He got a triple up, pushing 8s into ace-10 in an unknown hand with 25 people left. And he was screaming in my ear that he is one of the best short stack players in the game. And he added a bunch of curses after he said it.
It's strong.
Gotta love Steve.
A lot of familiar faces. A lot of Borgata regs, East Coast pros
There's
at this
Matt.
final table.
Including Matt Stout with over $3 million in earnings.
Just $3 million? Is that all?
Well, that would be his live earnings.
A little about Matt Stout. He's the founder and president of the Charity Series of Poker, CSOP, for 1 year. He's been a professional poker player for 9 years. His previous occupation, he was a college student. He's a massive hockey fan and a New York Ranger fan. I know he'll be rooting for the Rangers today. Well, looks like we're getting right into the action here.
I had a funny Matt Stout story. We're in the parking lot, and he's got on a Rangers jersey. He takes it off because he's hot. He's got on a Rangers shirt. I go, bet if you take that off, you have a Rangers tattoo. And he pulls it up, and he's got a giant Rangers tattoo.
Good read,
Layers and layers.
He sure does. Matt's a big Ranger fan. He actually got engaged at the Garden. I had to set that up for him, and he was upset I couldn't get him a champagne bottle in. They wouldn't let bottles in, but he got engaged on the screen, and
That's awesome.
He had his day. True Ranger fan. I had to mention the tattoo to get him in.
You set that up for him? That's your true story?
Yeah, my wife was working with ABC with connections to the Garden, and I was able to talk to a bunch of people.
Awesome.
It's what I do.
Awesome.
Here's Gary contemplating. He contemplates a lot. Usually it's about what to drink, but at this point it's about his hand.
Just quickly while the action's started, we have Gary in the 1 seat with 3.3 million. The blinds are starting at 120, 240,000 with a 30,000 chip ante. And we have Steven Rodriguez in the 2 seat from Staten Island with 3.7 million in chips. We have Asher Kniff in the 3 seed from Brooklyn, New York, with 12.9 million in chips. We have Matthew Stout in the 4 seed with 14.2 million in chips. We have Maxim Serebrinsky from Brooklyn, New York at 7.3 million. And we have Carlos Alvarado in the 6 seed from Long Beach, New York with chip leader with 18.4 million in chips.
And Matt opens with the ace-5 of diamonds on Carlos with the ace-6 off. Carlos and Matt have played together quite a bit, considering that they don't usually play in the same circuits. We did a nice Dominican Republic tournament where they both made the final table. I believe Carlos bested him there. Carlos is a big hometown fan from Long Island.
Those are your stomping grounds, right, Cold Stone?
Yeah, I play a lot of basketball with Carlos, yeah, he doesn't play a lot of tournaments, but it just seems like this is his tournament each year.
Dude, if I'm going to just show up and win this, I'll only play this tournament each year.
Yeah, that's
just bank about
awesome.
$200K, like retire, go fishing, golfing, show up next year, win it again.
I believe he did add $200,000 to his earnings this year, just in case, assuming he'd win.
Just in case this one didn't pan out?
No, assuming
Smart.
it would pan out.
It's pretty awesome that he won the event last year. And Gary Reyna is making his second live stream final table appearance. He finished 3rd in September's WPT $2 million event.
And he told me last night that coming to that event sober was the biggest mistake he's ever made in poker.
Seriously, he said that?
He did say that.
Wow.
He says he plays a lot better in calm.
When he's drinking?
Yeah, last night there was an animated hand where S-Rod, Steve Rodriguez, stood up and started screaming in his face. Really wild hand, and he ended up calling off 9s against kings, and it kind of crippled him and hurt him to the spot he's in. And possibly one of the best hands last night was the last hand of the night, where Carlos Alvarez called with ace-7 on the Jack-Queen-Queen 7-8 board for a huge amount of his chips, and was right to bring us to this final table. Asher with the ace-9 of clubs. I'm sure he's going to at least call. Both players are very quiet. If you saw Carlos off the felt, you'd see a different person. Nothing's changed.
I like seeing some familiar faces make this final table. It's a very large field, and I recognize 4 of the 6 players, which is pretty cool. Got a couple friends at the table, too, Asher Kniff and Matthew Stout.
We're going to be particularly harsh with them, because they could take it.
Yes.
They'd expect nothing less.
Yeah, having 4 friends at the final table kind of makes it interesting when they're all twitting not to be mean to them today.
Yeah.
Carlos is a very good basketball player. We play basketball on weekends, and he wrote in his bio that's one of the funnest things he likes to do. Wow, thanks for mentioning me. I wasn't going to mention myself enough today, Carlos.
Asher Kniff is a former Borgata poker champion with just under 180,000 in career tournament earnings.
Showing why he's got some earnings now, making a really good call with ace high here. Kind of a strange bluff by Carlos with king high, which has some showdown equity.
Did you check call the turn in the river?
I don't know, because I was listening to Cold Stone's basketball stories.
Oh.
No, it was
I think it checked through, right?
It checked to the turn.
Yeah.
Nice hand, Ash. Ash qualified for this event online at borgatapoker.com for, I believe, $60, which is a pretty decent parlay.
Decent ROI, just $60 to 50K plus.
50K minimum, which is nice.
For people who are watching the stream right now, there's a lot going on today on the Borgata Party Network. NJ Cop started 2 days ago. $1 million in guarantees over a wide range of events. And I believe tonight there's a $100 buy-in, 20K again. A couple other events too starting around now. I'll pull up the schedule for you guys after I break my cell phone.
The actions to Steve with an ace-5 of diamonds. Definitely an opening hand or a calling hand.
He has about 3.3 million at 240K. Oh, and he folds on the button there.
He is the short stack ninja, and that's probably why he played that hand that way.
I'm not good at math. I don't know how many big blinds 240 and 3.3 is, but a rough guess makes me lean toward shoving the ace-5 suited there on the button with, what is that, 13 bigs?
He just
He
open
just
mucked
open
it?
folded ace-5 suited on the
Whoa.
button
Yeah, that's...
as the short stack.
You got to be piling there. You should be very happy to pile there.
I would be very happy.
Steve is a short stack ninja. He did have 2 bigs when he finally took a shot, and it worked out for him. And there's different styles of play, but I think I would have to shove that hand too.
Yeah, we have the best 5.
Yeah. You might actually have gotten looked up by Stout there. Unless Stout's been playing with Steve a lot yesterday, then he'd probably muck his ace-deuce. How many blinds do you have? 12?
Matt doubled Steve's aces up with an ace-7
Yeah, he had like 13.5. He would have gotten through.
Yes.
And again, Matt did double him up when it was aces to ace-7 yesterday late. A little bio on Steve. He's male. He likes to drink and play poker. Who's the one person he'd want to be with for a day? Himself, because he loves himself.
Oh, okay.
And his favorite playing style is drunk. I had the good fortune once of staying out of a urinal that Steve was trying to push me in, but that's a story for a different time.
I have a feeling we're going to be in for lots of fun with you today, Dr. Coldstone.
Well,
Uncle Coldstone.
I'll take Doctor.
So many titles.
Asher value bets the river, and Matthew Stout folds.
And Steve feels good about the way he played his hand.
He actually didn't go to showdown, so he'll just never know.
Until
He's
he
probably
watches
thinking
this.
Ash had kings, and he was a genius.
It's how us type players get to sleep.
I just always call, and then I sleep well. I never have to worry about what people had.
I like that. Matt Stout also qualified online at BorgataPoker.com for $60, and he's looking to win his first Borgata Poker Open title. He is a native of New Jersey with just over $3 million in career earnings. Top boss Matt Stout.
And those are live earnings.
Yes.
Actions on Carlos with the 9-4 off.
I made the mistake of going to the movies with Stout the other night to see the Get Hard, the Will Ferrell comedy, and Matt Stout's laugh in a comedy in a movie theater.
With Will Ferrell.
Everyone hated us.
Oh.
Matt Stout has one of the most 3 notable laughs in poker. Top 3.
Are the other 2? I think I know one of them. Dwight Pilgrim, is he one of them?
Dwight is
Yeah.
one of them for sure.
Who's the third?
I'm going to let you guess for a little while.
I don't.
Asher opens 3s.
Can I give a hint?
If I can remember who it was, I will give you a hint.
I knew he was stalling him to treat. It's funny.
Asher with his poker face.
Poker face.
Shout out to Asher's family watching the live stream. I was told his family and friends would be watching today.
Asher, one of the nicer guys in poker, definitely rooted for by most of the locals.
Matt Stout's going to 3-bet the small blind here with ace-6 off. He assumes Asher's going to be opening the button with a wide range, and he's going to take control of this pot.
Plus, Matt does overvalue ace-6. He plays it better than most.
He has the best 6.
And Asher's going to see a flop. Oh. Yes.
Yeah, he just calls.
I believe they are 2 and 3 in chips.
Could be fireworks now. The hoodie's up.
The hoodie is up.
And this is time for a big ICM disaster if either of these guys find a way to get it in.
I think if Asher gets it in, it's going to be with...
It's going to be with most of the 3s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matt put himself in not a great spot with a weak ace where he's going to have to play out of position for a big pot now.
I assume this pot is going to go bet fold.
Yeah, just because of counterfeit outs.
Yes.
If I'm Ash, I just don't love my life right now. usually if you have a small pair, you're like, oh, a paired board seems okay. Like if it's like 7-7 deuce or something, you're like, my hand's still good. But in this spot, it just sucks.
Asher might also be thinking about the turn and the river bet right now.
Yeah, both have some pretty intense stairs currently.
I'm Asher. I'd have trouble folding to the flop bet. I was gonna say, I'd be really surprised if he just folded. You thought it was gonna go a bet fold.
I did. I play a bit with Ash online. I thought he was rather tight.
It's a pretty good card for Matt to continue on here with the nut flush draw. Asher says his hobbies are money making. Dad taught him as a kid how to play poker, and he always loved logic and judging people. His favorite poker player is Justin Liberto. Liberto, another hometown person. He likes making people happy, and his claim to fame is knowing David Inselberg personally. Wow. I think somebody wrote these
God,
things in.
everyone's buttering you up like you were going to be the one who trashed people today. I feel like they really should have sucked up to me. I'm in one of those moods.
I will trash him. I will trash him if he doesn't jam his 3 high flush draw and the best hand right now. A very tough.
You want him to just get it in right now?
No, it's a very tough position.
I think you should just jam 3 times pot.
What a beautiful card. I think at this point Ash is going to probably fold to
Yeah,
Matt's
it's just
bet.
he doesn't beat anything anymore. And this is Matt Stout's life, man. Seems okay to me.
Kind of a nice river. Matt's putting his composure together, hoping maybe Ash will bet, but that can't possibly be the case.
Yeah, I don't think he'd like a bet here. I think Stout's just like, hey, I hope I win this pot. You wouldn't like to be bet into by Ash right now.
I'm check calling, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Ash just thinks he has the best hand, but he's going to find out at the moment.
Yeah, he beats a lot on this run out.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to realize he lost.
Like, oh,
he's going to realize he lost on the river. He got stouted.
Yeah, I don't think that was the check back of I think I have the best hand. I think that was well, here's your pot, Matt Stout.
Well, he stopped holding his breath after Matt check, so maybe you're right.
Mayweather Pacquiao. Let's see.
Big fight.
Oh, cool. They're not hosting it here, but they're playing it here. They're hosting that fight.
I did not think so.
No, they're not hosting that fight. They probably have a telecast there.
Can I see Twitch chat? Oh, I guess we're supposed to be responding to you Twitchers too.
If you guys have any
no
questions for
sound.
us or the action, you can go ahead and tweet directly at Borgata Poker or use the...
Steve folding the blackjack 21. Steve's going to wait, and Steve's going to get his hand, and Steve's going to get by with it. Here comes Matt with another straight flush wheel draw.
Could look on Borgata on Twitter and figure it out.
And the actions to Carlos. He's been pretty quiet, but his cards have been dictating.
I love how Kev Math is like the all-knowing being of everything poker and life. He just goes, MGM Grand is where the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight is actually taking place. He just pops in chat to let us know. Thank you, Kev Math, for always knowing everything.
Kevin is one of the people I follow that doesn't follow me. He is just a world of information.
He doesn't follow you? I think he follows about 90% of the poker world.
Apparently, we sat at a table together, and maybe he didn't like a hand I played. Just kidding, actually.
It's rather unfortunate to not have a Kev Math follow. It's like step 1 in poker Twitter.
Yep. What's step 2? Trolling?
Something like that.
Yeah.
The blind should still be at 120,000, 240 with a 30,000 ante. It's level 34.
I get the comment. That's the most comfy live stream setup I've ever seen.
Yeah,
We're all
falling asleep.
We're just chilling on a couch.
Steve folds the queen 8. Steve's very comfortable in this spot. If he had more chips, he might be slightly nervous. Been playing with Steve for many years, and he always seems to get there. Never usually has a huge stack, but knows how to play the short stack.
Again, you guys, if you want to tweet any questions in, you could tweet directly at the Borgata Poker account at Borgata Poker, or you could tweet using the hashtag Borgata Poker Live, and we will be sure to answer any and all questions you guys have for us, the commentators, Alex Rocha, Jamie Kerstetter, and Uncle Coldstone,
And Matt picks
as
up
well
the
as
blinds.
anything about the players or the action.
Matt's by far the most experienced player in this position, and he is a very aggressive player, so it doesn't take too many starting hands to get him to open and start chewing up everybody's stacks with blinds.
And actually, Sean Walton on Twitter just commented on that. How much of an edge does Stout have with big final table experience? I'd say a huge edge. Just keeping your composure, finding some good spots. Like, I think even a chip leader with the ace-6 off who doesn't have experience may just muck that and not try to go after the pot. But Matt's not very scared.
No, ace-6 would be in the upper part of his range. He just did it with a 9-jack suited, which is a premium hand too, unless you're a 3-bet very hard. Now we'll see if Matt wants to take over the table, and he folds the queen 4.
Got a tweet from Weenie Frank asking who the commentators are on the live stream. I am Alex Rocha.
Jamie Kerstetter.
And I am David Inselberg. Well, it's on Gary with the 8-2 off. He likes to play hands that could crack people.
Oh,
He's waited for it, and I don't think Steve's going to call with the ace-5 of spades, so it's kind of a good play.
10 big blinds. Steve should be very pumped to call here. It's a pretty easy call with 10 bigs. It is going to hurt. Is it putting Steve all in too? Basically putting Steve all in. That's what would make it a tough call.
I don't really think Steve could wait any longer when it's pushed from that position
But
by that player. He calls.
And he does make the call. That's very strange to me because he didn't shove the same hand from the button when he could have just gotten through, but he makes a call for basically his tournament life.
He has been watching Gary play for a day or two, and he did beat Gary kings to 9, so figured he's going to continue to beat him.
It's a good call. I just think the missed shove is kind of strange now.
This was the ace-5 he was waiting for.
Yes,
This
this is the droid he's looking for.
He prefers spades over diamonds.
Yes, it's his favorite flavor of card.
You must understand the short stack mentality.
Nice job, bud.
Goodbye, Gary. You played well.
Good game, Gary.
Second time at the final table. He's not a big tournament player, and he seems to get through huge crowds.
I can't hear you.
Payout should be $50,000 for a 6. Let me
$49,636 for 6th. Not a bad payday for a $560 buy-in. So just a little on just push folds. That was definitely one you could let go. Even knowing that Steve's a tight player and his range is going to be pretty narrow for calling, I do still think you need to have some hands that you'll fold in your 10 big blind range from the small blind. What do you think, Alex?
I would fold 8 deuce.
Yeah.
Enjoy the walk.
Yep.
Personally.
I could see shoving a much wider range than a Nash chart would tell you, just because you know that your big blind's a tight player, but I wouldn't include that hand in it.
You got Alan Kessler tweeting in saying, horrendous button fold with ace-5 of diamonds and 12 big blinds. Even I would ship there.
Wow, that's
strong.
yeah.
I don't believe Alan would ship there either.
He would. He did.
Alan would
Coldstone.
100% ship
Steve
there.
is your friend. Steve is also my friend. I like him very much, but he needs to shove ace-5 suited there.
No, and I understand that. I agreed with you when it happened.
I know.
But I still don't know if Alan would.
He would. Alan is not as tight as people think anymore. I think Alan's evolved a little bit. He's still a nit, but not to that extent.
Okay, these guys are all guaranteed 61,314 now, with fourth being 73,576, third being over 86,000, second being 131,970, and first place 203,000 and some change. So everybody just made about 12,000 on that bust.
Seth Zimmerman says he's spending his 70-degree day listening to us three awesome clowns.
Seth is the best.
I will take it.
I appreciate that, Seth.
Thanks, Seth. You play with him in the city, too. That's where I met him, right?
Yeah, or Parks, and Seth is very pale, and that's probably why he's not in the sun.
Got a couple of Jack-10 suiteds going to war here. We had Matt that opened the Jack-10 of hearts into the gun. There's now 3-bet by Maxim in the cutoff by the Jack-10 of spades.
And it doesn't look like Maxim wants to go away anymore.
They're sitting next to each other.
Matt's got 17 million behind with Maxim having 6.3. Matt thinking, what goes on in that mind? What a smart player Matt is. And he calls. Not the worst flop for Matt. He's got a straight flush draw and a gut shot.
I don't see Matt Stout folding on this flop.
Yeah, a text from Brad that says we're doing a good job. Thank you, Brad Levine.
Maxim elects to check back, and they both turn a pair of 10s. I believe Matt is going to fire out a value bet here on the river, and the Maxim's going to call, and then be happy that no heart came on the turn of the river.
And so far you're half correct and fully correct. Perfect. Slow roll it, Matt. Nope, you're supposed to slow roll a chop on final tables.
That's how the boys do it in New York?
No, in New York we're a little bit quick about what we do. You never know the reaction or how quick security will get over.
It's the thing, if you're playing in a club game with no floor people, you might want to be nice to your opponents.
Yeah, you just flip that over and say nice hand, and hopefully nobody comes out shooting.
You know, a funny tweet in from Joe Grassi. Do you guys get paid extra for working with Cold Stone? No, but we should.
I agree.
You guys are the funniest people in the world. I thought we were going to be nice, but the gloves are off.
That's the audience, man. You can't control what they send in.
You agreed. Oh, look, here's a tweet on Jamie saying, no, I'm just kidding. I happen to be very happy about the two people I'm in the booth with.
Ditto.
It makes one of us.
That's okay, Jamie.
Just
yeah, I would have
Cold
preferred
Stone.
Amanda Musumeci personally. Sorry,
Aww.
Jamie.
Who'd you say?
He's an Amanda.
Yeah, she's pretty smart. She knows how to talk about poker well.
All right, well, I'll tag her in. Get over here, Amanda. Womp womp.
And Carlos still picking up monster hands, but he's electing to fold. And the Jack 4 off. Steve-O with the 9-2, 5.7 million. He's got to be happy right now.
It's a good fold. I like that button fold by Stevie there with the 9 deuce off.
It is Asher in the small blind with the ace-6 that's been coming up every hand.
It's the small blind special. Let's see if we can play another massive pot with it for no reason. Oh, geez. So I kind of like it. So Asher just completed with a hand that's way stronger than Stout would expect him to have. You're expecting an ace to raise.
Yep, Asher was trying to induce the raise from the aggressive Matt and got it. Hopefully, somehow he could figure out it's not what he wanted.
I'm not sure what Asher's pre-flop strategy is going to be here. Blind versus blind against Matt. I don't know if he was inducing a raise necessarily. But.
Well, the place that
I think he was probably just disguising the strength of his hand and not trying to bloat a pot out of position versus the most skilled player at the table. Probably the only person who hasn't covered. I like the limp.
And it did go limp fold.
Yeah. Matt's raise was actually quite big. It was 240 to 840. If those stats were right, that's a pretty big raise.
And they're having a good time together, and I'm sure Matt just said you folded the worst hand. A lot of times when you limp the ace from the small blind, if an ace hits the flop, the big pretty much figures he could take it from you. So that might have been some of Asher's thinking.
So funny watching Carlos be quiet and not smile. I feel like 90% of his life he's just smiling and like bopping around the room.
Yeah, he's very quiet on the felt, and away from the felt, he's very boisterous.
Mm-hmm.
Steve, I don't want to show us his cards right now because he doesn't want to see he might be folding ace-jack.
Got a question here, Jamie, from Weenie Frank at King Deuce Suited. Would you say that Matt Stout knows how to close out a final table more than most pros from his online background? What do you think?
I definitely think he's put in the work. He works very hard at poker. He's played millions of hands online. Definitely helps to just kind of naturally know what to do in a lot of situations. And I do think he has a lot of experience putting pressure on players from his online background. I think he's got a really good chance of winning this.
Agreed. I would say that he is the odds-on favorite here.
I think Asher's got a chance too.
Yes.
I think Asher also.
For Matt's seat.
Yes, Matt definitely drew a really good seat, and that's something we didn't really talk about. You have a tight player on the button who's going to fold a lot of buttons that maybe other people would shove or raise. And so Ash and Stout are going to be left playing blind versus blind a lot, with Ash definitely in the worst position in that spot.
I think it went Steve open limp the cutoff here, and Asher has raised from the button to 650. We do not know Asher's holdings as of yet. Hopefully he can.
And Steve did have the ace-jack. He didn't want to show us.
Coldstone's got reads.
Once he decided to call, he showed the cards. Didn't want us to see him fold ace-jack of hearts. And Ash has an ace-10, so he's in a bad spot here right now, card-wise. But can he get Steve to fold?
I would like to see Steve limp shove the ace-jack of hearts here. I believe he started the hand with around 22 bigs.
And there's no way Asher could have made that call with ace-10, so it would have worked well. When Steve gets good hands like this, he likes to try to maximize them, and it doesn't always work out. Like that time. Very well played by Asher, knowing that Steve is extremely passive. Yeah, I think Carlos clearly has the best seat on the table, being able to follow Asher and Matt's opens. Steve-O with 21 bigs and Maxim with 30 bigs. Still plenty of play left for everybody. I think Twitter just opened up live questions if anybody wants to ask them. There's a Borgata Poker spot. And Pierre Dessa, happy to hear from you too. Hope you're enjoying yourself today.
Nice guy. I heard he made a run at this tournament.
Yes, he did. He had a disappointing last hand, like usually it takes to knock a player like him out.
And anyone who's following on Twitch, it's www.twitch.tv/BorgataAC. You could watch the action live, and also I'm checking the message board as often as possible while still trying to follow the action here, so every once in a while I'll be able to answer some questions. But the message board's kind of interesting because you guys can interact with each other at the same time.
And Kevin Math follows me, so I now am.
Wow.
Wow, you made it.
We guilted him into it.
Thank you, Kevin.
Sorry, Kev Math.
I'll try not to send you any DMs. Carlos hasn't had a hand to play, and that's okay. He's got patience. He's got plenty of bigs, and he knows this is his event.
That's crazy. He has like 230K in live earnings, and 95% of them are from this event, and it's going to happen again. Like, this is nuts, man.
Don't think he hasn't been waiting all year for this event, talking about how he's just going to run through 2,500 people again. He's got a Long Beach hat on. He's from my hometown, Long Beach, New York. Hello.
Long Beach.
Hello to everybody out in Long Beach. We're representing in the poker tournament.
Just while there's a little lull in the action, some stuff that goes on at the Borgata Poker Room. Every Wednesday for 4 of a kind, you get $500 from noon to 8. So come here, make quads. It's not so hard to do, right?
No, it's
just
easy.
4 of the same card, and you get $500. So fill this room. It's been it's actually been hopping lately. I think with the nice weather, people are starting to come down the shore. The games have been picking up a lot lately.
They sure have. Even Matt's going to fold the 70s. And
And the 7-5 fold from the button, I like that too. I think the days of opening 100% of buttons is kind of over, unless you're the dominating chip stack and you got a couple of nits in the blinds.
I don't know about those days. I just open up when I have good cards. Probably fold the button 90% of the time unraised to me, but I am a dinosaur.
Poor Cold Stone.
Or I'd like to be perceived that way.
At least I haven't called you Creepstone in a while.
I appreciate that, Jamie.
Yeah, that's no problem.
You have your boy Carlos from Long Beach raising up your friend Steve's big blind here.
Well, I
with the
think
8-6 off.
everybody knows Steve's threshold, but Steve's going to have to play a hand pretty soon. Carlos, knowing Steve won't call without a pair, is pretty much playing his hand perfectly.
If I'm Steve, I'm calling here. The quick bet didn't look very believable to me. We're obviously seeing their cards, so it's easier to say that.
Yeah, if he bets quick like that, I'm usually putting him on like 8 of spades, 6 of diamonds.
Yeah, something along those lines.
But again, I don't know if Carlos would have bet into you two as he would Steve.
That's true. Because we're just so scary.
Well, you have the ability and you have spent money calling bad to stop
true.
people from bluffing. I used to talk about how much I spend in cash games to avoid being bluffed.
Yep.
It's a big hand for Carlos. Picked up 600,000, just blind versus blind.
I have a tweet in from username @5A52F18E9 1F84F3 saying to please wish at the Alex Rocha a very happy birthday and a successful
It's
year
your
to come.
birthday?
It was my birthday yesterday. So
Oh,
it's my
happy
birthday
birthday.
weekend, you know.
Yeah.
Turned 25.
Well, happy birthday, bud.
I turned 26 actually.
26.
Wow.
I know, I'm old.
Alex, you're going to die soon.
Not as old as you guys, but
Yeah, you're saying how old you are. I almost punched you.
Right now, there's a prop bet being put together on how many Coronas Steve will drink at this final table. As Matt wakes up with aces and masking with a king-queen, is not going to believe Matt has something. It's been nice playing with you, Maxim. You've played well up until now.
They're having the age-old hoodie debate. Like, do we want people wearing hoodies and hats and sunglasses and disguising themselves? And that's what Twitch is talking about right now.
I think it depends what you look like.
Yeah,
As far as
Whether you should
disguising
cover your
yourself.
face or
Yes,
not.
Yes.
And Masham does 3-bet to 1.2 like I said he would, and unfortunately this should be the last hand for him in the tournament unless Matt just calls. I think people could wear hoodies if they are cold, and they could wear sunglasses if they're scared.
I mean, I think Maxim's going to fold to a 4-bet shove right here.
Yeah,
I think Maxim's going
to.
to. I think
He's got to fold. He's got 20. He started the hand of 24 bigs. Picked in a good spot. I mean, a good player to 3-bet, but not a good spot. Like, Matt hasn't really opened an early position. He's been playing a lot late.
Maxim's not folding king queen here.
He should.
They are 5-handed.
He should, but
So
the perception of Matt is what
Under
makes
the gun is the hijack.
I know.
the perception.
No, I'm saying that out loud for myself. I thought under the gun. I'm saying that out loud.
Yeah.
Matt just called, trying to give Maxim a chance to hit one of his 2 cards.
And now it's good game. But I think if Matt 4-bet piles that Maxim has to fold, he just can't expect ever to be against Queen Jack or like King Jack.
Wow.
I don't believe
Flop went check, and
I don't believe Maxim was folding this
That's
hand.
not cool.
No.
Maxim really
Drops
can't
him,
see him anymore.
drops him to about 20%. Matt, he's got counterfeit odds of the ace, and I'm sure Matt has no idea. He's trying to value bet and get the whole stack in 2 shots.
Post flop, Maxim put his hoodie up all the way over his face. We can only see his nose.
I mean,
his nose
Matt's
is twitching. Look at that
yeah.
twitch in his nose. It's showing he has a big hand. If Matt could see that nose. Do you know what that nose looks like the end of?
I know.
What? Oh, Cold Stone.
Look at it with the shadow. It looks just like a baby's toe.
Oh, my God.
River 4 from first out.
Oh,
wow.
my God.
Nailed it.
Alex Rocha, how do you do that?
It's Matt.
Day in the life.
And if you can do that, how come you're not richer?
He can only do it for others and not tell them. Like I said, it would be Massim's
Wow.
last hand.
Stout's
and it
life is a good life, dude. Oh.
Oh, man. Yeah, we can unzip the hoodie now.
Yeah.
That is rather unfortunate for Maxim here.
There was no way he was going to lose this hand. He felt he finally was playing a premium hand against the most aggressive player, and he wasn't going to lay it down pre-flop, I don't believe.
I think we'll probably have to fight over that one. I think it goes in the muck.
Well, you did see
What do you do,
aces.
Alex?
I mean, I don't know their specific dynamic. How many big blinds? Oh.
He started the hand with about 24 bigs. I think when he 3-bets, how do you call a 4-bet shove? Like, what are you expecting to see?
It's just Matt Stout. He's racing any pair, and he figures Matt could do it with any 2 cards like Matt has. It just is. It's a bad spot when a player like Matt Stout has aces or kings, and you have a decent hand. Once he hits the king on the flop, not
yeah,
even
post-flop, there's nothing he's going to do about it. He's going with his hand.
I think when he made the 3-bet, he was making the 3-bet saying, I believe Matt will try to play back at me at this final table.
Yeah, I kind of think that if you're going to call the 4-bet shove, you're better off not 3-betting. You're better off flatting.
True. Well, you know, again, his experience in tournaments, this is his biggest win, and I think he had about 10,000 in earnings before this tournament.
It's pretty sweet, 61K.
It's a nice run. 5th place for 61,000 for Maxim Serebrinsky.
It's a great run, and
good
it's
game,
an
sir.
Unfortunate hand. He was cooler than I don't know if any of the best pros can ever fold his hand.
I would not fold that river.
Or the
No.
I don't think you could fold it as played.
No, so he played the hand perfect. Even though it's one of his first, or his first final table ever, he played as good as he could. Steve looking at suited cards, wishing the blinds were lower. Asher would suited connectors, so he's going to open into Big Matt. Did he try to limp again? I didn't see. He tried to limp, and Matt let him limp. I guess he has other plans. A continuation bet. Looks like it's about 325,000, and he wins a hand from Matt, and that's a celebration for him. Stop showing you at 7 high right now, Asher.
At High Roller Radio asks, I've never been to the Borgata. Is it easier or harder for Matt Stout to win because this event means so much to him?
Well, I mean, all events mean a lot to everybody. This is a pretty big event for him, but so is the main, and so is the 15K coming up. I think Matt's the type of poker player that every event he plays, and he plays as well as he can, whether it's a big event or a small event. I'm sure he's being a little more cautious now to try not to make any mistakes with his huge advantage in the amount of tournaments he's played. And
his position at the table is huge.
He knows how to stack play. He knows how to let the other people know what the next prize is, and he knows how to apply pressure. This is not an easy spot for Matt, but it's easy for guys to move up.
Yeah, Matt's a pro's pro. He's a great player. I don't think he's going to be frightened by the big stage, so to speak. I think he will remain composed. And
no, he wouldn't be frightened here. Matt does a lot of work with charity tournaments, too, so it's always a great thing to see somebody that gives back so much to be doing so well. He said he doesn't do it for the fame. He does it for the love of the game and cap leather and who loves it more. And when Matt was asked what he would do if he won this table, he said chest bumps. Chest bumps with the homies, duh. Then drink. Then drink possibly some high fives. Yeah, definitely some high fives. And then he's going to feed the homeless. I'm glad he didn't forget about that. I got to love Matt.
Stout's the best.
Stout's going to play the 9-10 right now against Carlos and win the hand with his chip stack. Matt invited me over for a football game in Vegas, and as we were learning Chinese poker, Selps and Marchese came in to help us learn. Wasn't the best spot for me. There's that laugh, and you're going to hear it more and more often as this tournament goes on. All in Stout, as he's known online, and he's feared there as much as here. More, Matt. Come on, let's hear it. It's so infectious.
I think the mood lightens up at these tables after a couple bust outs. When you come back and you're like, okay, I'm making 20,000 more than I was guaranteed. Everyone's in a little better mood now.
I got a nice comment from Phil saying that he's enjoying our commentary. Phil chopped this with Carlos last year. I'm sure he wishes he was back there, and I'm sure he will be back an event like this deep. Asher opens the suited cards.
All right, 612, 200, brown deck, 612, 200.
Matt's got sevens on the button, and Matt likes pairs, and he likes applying pressure.
612, 200, brown deck.
And he has the best hand.
I mean, 5-3 suited is technically the best hand, though. It's Team Kitten's favorite hand.
Oh, is
They've
that right?
probably lost a combined $200,000 playing this hand.
They have that much money to lose?
Not anymore.
Oh.
It might be due. Mike Ranzuti liking the stream. Thanks, Mike. I hope I can keep you entertained. All the Long Island poker players are sending texts in now. I guess they're not playing in their home games and tournaments and watching Carlos. Carlos not a big enough fish for everyone in the cash games to be happy about him winning. But Gary was. I'm sure a lot of the guys that came down here to play cash with Gary have left the Borgata now that he busted with only 50,000.
He's going to love that.
Gary told me to rip him if I want, and that's what I've been doing. I am a nice guy, but if someone asks to be ripped, I will rip them on their rippability.
I like that he asked to be ripped when 3 people asked me not to rip them.
I had the same thing. I was kind of surprised, and as he got drunker and kept saying it, my dislike for I decided I might. But I'm sure deep down somewhere he is a nice guy. I haven't played that much with him, but his abrasive drinking personality isn't always rooted for by other people.
Oh,
Sounds like you really like the guy.
No, I don't know him that well, but he's he just seems to have gotten 50,000. Maybe somebody else that should have gotten it. I did see a line of people that lost to him that were complaining about how they lost.
Oh, man.
Matthew Stout with another wired pair, this time tens.
Wow, bringing in the Rounders reference. Amazing.
A wired pair. Asher folds the 3-4 and looks like he's folding jacks with that face. Matt's just rolling over and everyone's waiting for their super premium hand. And right now, King Queen against Matt's opens looks pretty good, although it wasn't.
He did just have tens.
So just to pipe in real quick, it's 4:15 right now, and there was an NJ Cop event on the Party Borgata Network, 25K guarantee, $200 buy-in. You could still get in there for a late reg, and looks like first is going to be around 12,000. So get in there, guys. That's what I'd be doing right now if I wasn't with these two clowns.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I'm in that event right now, and I have.
Cold Stone's on the grind on his phone.
No, I'm not.
Are you the Cold Stone on Borgata Poker?
Yes, I am the Cold Stone on
Wow.
Borgata Poker.
You are special.
I don't like to hide who I am. If you
like
want to
that.
play against me, you'll know who I am. And to all those guys that say, "Hey, Dave," and don't tell me who they are, F you. And
I think this live stream has seriously devolved.
Yes. No, this is a family
I think Cold Stone
program.
is sundowning. Isn't that what they call it? When they start losing their mind as it gets later in the day?
I'm losing my mind.
I've never heard of that.
I haven't either, Jamie, but
I'm
don't
kidding
make-
with you. Kidding with you, Dr. Cold Stone.
You better say kidding one more time. I have all the Jamie comments coming up. I shall put them down.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Just try one. Put a feeler out there.
Why are you getting these
stay one.
comments? What's going on?
As I'm being respectful.
You are being respectful, and Jamie's trying to get the old man a little upset, but that's okay. I'm sorry that I fell asleep. Back to the action. Asher has the Queen 10, and Matt's going to try to take the hand. I am tired of folding to you, Matt. I have Queen high. Matt is just about in his zone right now, kind of like in any sport when everything you're doing is right. That's what's going on for Matt right now. I don't think he could have planned the start of this event to be any better than it is.
Asher Kniff resides in Brooklyn, New York. Big ups to Brooklyn.
Born and raised in Brooklyn. By the way, Steve's probably out of Brooklyn too, if not the Bronx. He's got everyone from New York down there trying to wait for Steve to come home and buy Coronas. I'm sure Zeke's back there looking out for him. Zeke was blocking people from talking to him last night. It's nice to see them all having a good time right now at the final table.
Well, Steve's got to be pumped right now, making 2 pay jumps, coming in pretty short, getting that nice double from Gary, and locking up another 20K, and now just free roll into the first place spot. It's always nice to come in like that.
Well, that's
have a chance.
That's definitely a way to do it. It's moving up and money jumps. And if he didn't fold the ace-5 at diamonds,
he was getting through Cold Stone. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Steve's so tight, I don't think they would have called him with those.
Well, because they couldn't even call. It wouldn't be a correct call against anyone.
Correct and incorrect. You guys keep your books open. I will call with Queen-5 in the big blind and defend and win and be ridiculed. Carlos finally has a semi-premium hand. He's going up against Matt's 5-7. Matt's roughly 25% to win the hand. Or if it's Matt, he's probably 40% to win the hand. I think he's going to fold right now for the first time, and he doesn't like to do it. Yes, Carlos might show the ace. Yes, he does. This way, Matt might not try to push him around. People wonder why sometimes people show hands. There's millions of reasons. Some people don't even know why they show your hands. Carlos just showed that ace.
He just wants to have some credibility. Like, look, I'm not pushing around. I think it's stronger not to show and then keep him wondering, are you 3-betting light or?
Well, it all depends on the situation. I don't think Carlos wants Matt to 3-bet him, so I think he'd rather let him off the hook because I don't know if Carlos wanted to call off with the ace-7 there. But yes, most people don't know why they're doing it.
Call off? You're nuts, man. They're only 60 big blinds deep. I just get it in.
Carlos would not call. Carlos would not call off.
You're probably
want
right.
Matt to push him, so he's showing Matt he had a good hand to try to calm Matt down. Maybe a couple more psychology courses, and you'd understand what I'm saying. But that's okay.
I majored in psych, but we're gonna have a fight.
Maybe
Alex picked the good seat in the middle.
Maybe a few more courses on that internet college you went to.
Phoenix University.
Like I said. Oh no, that's Phoenix House. I'm sorry.
At Mr. Ash Money with Ace Queen in the cutoff.
Yeah, that's a pretty premium hand, 5-handed.
It's even better hand 4-handed.
I think Steven might 3-bet the king 2 here.
You think so? We want to side bet that?
No, sir. And Ash takes that one down. You fold as you muck your hand, sometimes you're a little upset you didn't get action, but from the left of the table over here, I don't think he wants to ever get action, unless it's Matt.
It's an easy final table for Stout. I don't know. I mean, he's running pretty good. So sometimes you kind of feel like you're running over the table, and you're like, wait a second, I had aces, I had tens, I had some really good hand matchups. I got an ace on the river with ace-6 versus Asher, where I think if the river was different, Asher might call down, or it might just go check-check. Asher would have won a decent-sized pot. So it does look like everything's easy for Stout right now, but I don't think it's because anyone's playing really weak. I think it's just because he's a good player, he's gotten some good cards, and he's obviously going to maximize those spots.
100%. I don't think they're talking about what type of beers to order. Although Asher did say he wanted to go drinking with Steve after the event.
Did he?
He did. I even think he put it in his bio.
Got a bromance going on here, 4-handed?
Kind of looks like it.
I think what happened.
New York strong?
I think what happened was Asher was looking over Steve's shoulder while he was filling out his bio and copying what he wrote, and realized what he wrote and just went with it. Carlos is going to drink also after he wins this event and pay for his wedding. Carlos recently engaged to a very, very nice girl.
And she's pretty. That's my 2 cents.
Was that? Do we have pictures?
Carlos is, I don't think we should put that on.
No, you can
to show you?
Show me, yeah, it's tasteful.
I'm like, oh, let's,
nice.
Okay, sure. Let me find it.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, well.
Yeah, why don't you look at pictures?
He had a really cute picture when he won. I think the event when he won last year, she was in his picture all huggy and cute. I was like, aw.
I can't say I remember that winner's photo from last year.
You can find it.
Shout out to my girlfriend. Hi.
If Carlos could be.
Speaking of pretty girls, hi Megan.
Hi, Megan.
Hi, Megan. If Carlos could be any one person, it would be Hugh Hefner. He might have wrote this before he got engaged. Something he wants people to know about is he called with bottom pair. He's probably talking about that last hand, which was a very, very, very big call for him. Don't know if I could have done it. Greatest poker accomplishments going back to back, and his grandmother helped him start poker. Favorite poker player, Lexi Gavin.
Aw.
And Big Kevin Mack. Sounds like both of them bought him a meal for that mention. Just kidding. Two very, very nice people from home. Playing style aggressive. Did I mention one thing Steve wants people to know about him besides being funny is he's a good-hearted person and he loves his son and family. His biggest win was $42,000 at the Taj Midnight Madness.
42,000 at the Taj Midnight Madness.
Wait, what?
That was
He must have won it like
Quite-
800 times.
quite a large Midnight Madness.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm going to say that his biggest cash was $42,000 and his greatest accomplishment was third place at the Midnight Madness.
Oh,
Yeah.
third place. Nice run.
His favorite poker player is himself. Style of playing is drunk, and if he wins, he will get drunk.
Nice, I like it.
I'm glad we're not promoting alcohol on this show, but this is what the people wrote.
I feel like we're angling for like a Corona sponsorship at
might
Borgata
be.
Stream right now.
Ash's hobbies are drinking with Steve and playing poker. If he could be one person one day, he'd like to be Matt Stout.
It's not a bad person to be.
These people just love each other. He's just a good dude having fun, living the life is what he wrote, and that is what he's doing. I did not swap anything with him in this event and wish I did.
I think I had a piece of his last event won, so this is kind of unfortunate for me. Timing is key.
Yeah.
Timing and being there with chips with them at the same time. I took a real bad beat when my ace-king lost to queens.
I actually didn't play this event. I didn't want a final table that I really wanted to do the stream with you guys, so I just sat it out.
Smart. It's
Yeah.
worth at least 50,000 to be
For
hanging
sure.
out with you
Well,
guys.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of why I didn't go to Florida.
Aw.
We're the three best friends that anyone's ever had.
Oh, wow. Were you just singing? Yes, that was singing.
They're singing every time we do the stream. Last time it was church hymn.
right.
What were you guys singing?
Shout out to Mark Herm.
Yeah, Mark Herm's the best.
We were singing church hymns.
One bread, one body. Yep. Thank you, young Samuel Lloyd, who says this is the best commentary lineup. Probably sarcastically.
I don't think Sam's being sarcastic.
No.
I don't think he has a
Sam's got
sarcastic
love
bone
for
in his
everybody.
body.
He's a good dude.
He is a good dude.
And he says, I want a Corona.
We
See,
bet
look what
you
we've
do.
done.
Yeah, man.
Oh, Steve, ill-advised. He's finally using a timing move.
He is moving in with just under 11 bigs here from the cutoff.
Just totally standard.
Yeah, it's standard, and Ash is going to look him up here with the ace-king of diamonds.
And so many times Steve might have gotten by with this play. Just Asher has
Oh
such
yeah,
a
like
good hand.
he's getting better aces to fold here a lot of the time with his image.
He's getting up to ace
Just
10.
not ace king. We're not
Carlos
folding
folding
this
the 5 after the raise, re-raise. Good fold.
one. Oh, Carlos is smart. He's doing the I've already lost. I'm getting up and leaving, and that makes it from
Stevie.
80. Oh, sorry, Stevie. It makes it from 73-21 to about 50-50.
It sure does. Steve knows that very well. He does it often, but not the best flop in the world. Leaves him with.
Get a black 3 on
He's
the turn.
going to have to drop a deuce to win.
And Asher turns him dead. Wow, that was a nice little embrace between Steve and Matt.
Oh, Matt's like really good at hugs.
Really?
Steve's
Yeah.
good at
I don't know that about
Just
him.
letting you know in case you ever really need one.
I'm going to go
Yes.
run and get one on break, I think.
Yeah.
Steve, you played really well.
Good
you
job,
went the
bud.
deepest you've ever gone. Enjoy that money, and I don't think you made. I don't think you made many missteps. You just ran into a really big hand with no blinds left.
Good game, Steve.
And a
Good
great call by Asher, knowing that his ace-king was dominating Steve somehow. Now he's going to move away from Matt, try to stare at him a little bit.
Good for these three.
It's kind of where we thought it was going to land. What's up, Carlos? A little look into the camera after the home
And
people.
Alan Kessler asked at Borgata Poker, when am I slated to be in the booth?
That is not up to me. So
Alan, why don't you ask the people in the booth if you could take their jobs? That's like, I mean, and why don't you ask Tab when you can become the tournament director next? By the way, Tab running a great tournament.
I love you, Cold Stone.
No, we do rotate in there, but I don't think we would be the people to ask Alan. But it would be fun to listen to you in here. And I just held back on 3 jokes I was going to say.
Yeah, me too.
Don't hold
It was
back.
painful. This is why after commentary I'm
Yeah.
really, really tired because I'm filtering everything I say, and it's like really hard not to just spew.
4 jokes.
4 jokes.
But I don't know if I'd want to be in the booth when Alan's here because Alan's so concise he might take up so much time teaching the public so much about the game.
might not be a bad thing.
It's definitely not a bad thing. Alan's great for the game. And he helps people unify structures and
Starting off 3-handed play, Matt Stout's just going to have jacks on the button.
just about. So we're up to 86,000 a player. 131 is the next spot. They're all really happy that they've been able to just sit back and let Matt knock everybody out for him. Asher knocking the last player out actually with the ace-10. This is a bad spot for Asher right now.
Yeah, he's probably going to lose a few chips here.
He's going to lose some chips.
Well, if he was Mattish, he'd queen the turn. Of course, Matt's not going to pay him if an 8 hits.
There are quite a few turns and rivers that'll slow down the action. Any king or ace, any queen, any straight cards. Really, there's like a lot of turns that are going to keep this pot small if Ash is lucky.
Or the queen bird comes out.
I don't see Matt checking back a king turn. Whoa, and then we have a queen turn.
Oh, hi.
So Asher just pulled a Matt. And right now he's going to check and let Matt do the damage. Matt doesn't like the queen, but I can't see him just stopping.
I know Matt's going to go for at least one more street, but Stout, I'm not shocked if Stout goes for 3 streets.
Well, Asher showed interest in the flop. The flop did not have a queen, so it's going to be tough for him to figure out.
And there's a lot of hands that Asher has to call with that are not beating Stout right now, like any pair and straight draw combos.
Yep. That queen puts Matt in a difficult spot, but he's going to continue to bet out, and Asher's going to try to milk this for what he can. I wouldn't be surprised if Asher just calls right now.
Can Matt Stout find another 4 on the river?
Ha.
It won't help. It's okay. We'll go over hand rankings later.
I think it's
wait.
a jack he needs. Well, the king should slow things down. I think Asher's going to probably just check call and not go for value at the moment.
I mean,
And I think Matt's checking back.
I think that was a spot. It was a decent value bet spot. What do you think, Roche ball?
Sometimes finding value is a lot easier when you're not dealing with such an aggressive player.
I think
But
Ash played his hand fine.
Yeah.
I think he's
As played,
check call,
I would be checking the river as well.
check call in the river.
Yes.
You don't want to
Oh,
blow
so
up
this
the
is
pot.
awesome. This commercial just came on. Did you see they're going to have outdoor festivals now
I
all
heard
summer?
about this.
And
I heard
I'm
about this.
super pumped about this. I'm wondering if, you know how we can get tickets to Music Box and stuff, like if you get a black card through poker?
Yes.
If we get outdoor concert tickets, I'm going to be the happiest person on earth.
Wow.
And they're starting off
That
with
is what
the
I'll be
Hooters,
doing at the end of the summer.
So we have
The Hooters, the Killers, Megan Trainor.
Should be sweet.
Should be good.
We got a really important question posed to us.
let's go.
Cold Stone, Rocha, and Stout. I have to marry one, deport one, and play one heads up for rolls.
Oh, to you?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
This is really tough.
Marry.
Deport or play heads up for rolls.
Oh, come on. I could do that for you easily.
It's Stout, me, and who?
Rocha.
I'll volunteer. You can play me heads up for rolls.
I was going to
It's
say,
okay.
I'm obviously going to play
Go ahead.
Rocha heads up for rolls
Yeah,
because I like
please.
money.
Yeah. Clearly.
I can't, I mean, deporting Cold Stone would be funny because I'm trying to think of you surviving in another country, and I just can't see it happening.
No, I do good. I'm Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico. I have a lot of countries
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
Who sent that in? I would like to play
Sean
this game.
Walton sent that in.
Sean Walton,
that's
I
a
would
good
like to play.
question.
Well, you surely couldn't marry me because you marry someone that's better in poker. It leads to a tough life.
Oh, God. So you don't want to have a really rough life?
Haha, I think you better just deport me, and that's your best answer.
Oh, man. Good question. Really important subjects here.
And I just got,
If I was Jamie, I would.
that's good. You're not Jamie, but go ahead.
What if I want to be Jamie?
I don't know.
can. You could be the next Kardashian show.
I don't know what that means.
It means Mr. Jenner's becoming a Jamie.
Oh, touchy subject.
Yeah.
Not going to weigh in.
I didn't say anything was right or wrong. I just said you have people you could research before you make a decision. Hash has got an ace-9 with a nut flush draw. He's got to like his spot. Of course, he feels he probably has to hit something like a heart to win, so he doesn't want to wait to the river. And he takes it down now. And true to form,
bet.
Matt had a pair, and Matt had the best hand. So it was a great bet by Asher, but almost uncallable by Matt.
I can tell that that's Nancy Martin. I'm looking at the Railbirds.
That is Nancy.
She's the best.
Nancy
She's
is
very
the
good
best.
friends with Asher, and she's good friends with everyone. She's like everyone's poker mom.
Correct. Ash is actually
Sweetheart.
one of her favorites, though.
I know.
I believe. I think
know.
they're besties.
Yeah.
I'm a little jealous sometimes.
Me too.
She did tell me that tell a lot of fun stories tomorrow. That's what the people want to hear. Nancy, known as the reader on Twitter, is somebody you should listen to when they tell you how to entertain.
Yeah, she's great. She's like such an awesome. She's a good poker player for one thing, and then just an awesome fan of the game and like ambassador for the game.
Yeah, she had a small hospital visit. Everything was okay with us,
Yeah.
but had us all nervous. Wondering if the players are going on break right now, but let me just give you a little commentary on the table behind them. I'm just kidding. 5-minute break.
Wow, I think I might have to go interview someone now. We're gonna wait till the second break, but there might be nobody left.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you might have to.
All right, I'm gonna go off air for a minute.
Okay, Jamie.
We're all going to go off air and enjoy this break. Enjoy your break, guys. We'll be back in 5 minutes.
Lounging by the sea and lining up 5-7s. Now that's a win. Showing off your new garden tool and raking in on 0-0. Now that's a win. Swinging to some classic rock and standing on 20. Now that's a win. Do what you love and get the thrill of Borgata. Anytime and anywhere in New Jersey. Play online. Poker, slots, blackjack, real money. TheBorgata.com. Now that's a win. Get $20 to play when you sign up now. Loving up on the puglets and looking down on 4 kings. Now that's a win. Showing off your soft top and shoving in on a straight flush. Now that's a win. Manning the tongs and taking down a hot tournament. Now that's a win. Do what you love and get the thrill of Borgata. Anytime and anywhere in New Jersey. Play online. Poker, slots, blackjack, real money. TheBorgata.com. Now that's a win. Get $20 to play when you sign up now. Stretching your hammies and splitting aces. Now that's a win. Toasting the perfect marshmallow and turning up 5 cherries. Now that's a win. Waiting for a nibble and setting a trap with pocket kings. Now that's a win. Do what you love and get the thrill of Borgata. Anytime and anywhere in New Jersey. Play online. Poker, slots, blackjack, real money. TheBorgata.com. Now that's a win. Get $20 to play when you sign up now.
A deal has been talked about, but no deal has been struck that we've been notified about yet.
Good chance. I sure think so.
Howdy.
Hey guys, back in the action a little late.
Some of us were on time.
Yeah, Jamie.
Sorry, man.
That's okay. Me and the Roach took care of it. Action is on Matt, and he's refusing to show his cards. A lot of players make that mistake, not Matt. Carlos has the Jack-4 and wins the pot. Let's play a little game right now with his cards.
Tournament dealers for the 100K guarantee, please.
Maybe I said there was a fold before there was, but Matt got a Matt flop.
Switch to a purple deck, level 11, 2, 8, 16. 2, 8,
Nice hand, Matt.
Next hand. Please switch to the purple deck.
Z sends me a text, and I'm doing a good job. Thank you, Z.
There are all these people you're making up.
I'm just using letters now. If everyone knew how to use Twitch, I'd have proof.
We have a question here for the commentators from @HighRollerRadio. Who would your ideal play-by-play team be to listen to? What combo?
I would choose this 3 at the moment.
Easy answer.
Matt with 80 bigs looks at his cards, and he's going to open. His arm doesn't get tired. I asked him. He said from playing hockey all the time, his forearm's strong enough to raise for a whole 4 days.
That's what it's strong from. I made a Cold Stone joke.
You made an innuendo.
Oh my God, Alan Berry. Alan Berry, I love him because he's just funny enough for how insanely mean he is. I don't know. You want to read that one, Alex? No, probably not.
By the way, Shaggy in Long Island sent something on Twitch, and we're trying to find it to read.
Alan Barry said. Actually, I'm going to refrain.
Yeah, that might be a little too mean.
I did
but
laugh,
anyone
though.
who follows Alan Berry,
Alan Berry. This one.
Yeah.
Actually, Alan told me I'm one of the only people he doesn't negative sweat a few years ago, and I felt very honored by that.
It doesn't do very much if you negative sweat everyone. Because then,
Makes
like,
it feel real good for the people he positive sweats,
I
though.
guess so. I love Alan Berry.
He said I'm on the short list.
Alan Berry actually is kind of getting out of poker to start Hudson Table, which is a cooking class in Hoboken.
Looks awesome, actually.
So good for him.
It does. You get to go there and cook your own meal, learn how to eat. Sounds like fun. Carlos with the ace-queen off.
Whoa, there's some stuff falling down in the Borgata. We're hearing some destruction. If you guys are interested in playing at home while you're watching this, the NJ Cop 6 25K guarantee, $50 rebuy is starting in only 14 minutes. It's having some sound issues out there, it looks like, but hop online so you could play and watch at the same time.
By the way, the outdoor concert's also going to have 311, Darryl Ruckus, and Willie Nelson and family playing. Willie's always a fun person to watch play. There'll be a lot of smoke in the arena that day.
Not familiar with Darius Rucker. But he's with Cassidy Pope, so.
Pretty sure he's a DJ. Asher with the suited Dolly Parton.
That's 9-5 for those of you under the age of 30.
That was a good movie. 9 to 5? Working 9 to 5. Come on.
I know the reference, but I've not seen the movie.
Because you're so young.
Because
I
I
know.
was
Keep
born
rubbing
in
it in, Alex.
1989.
Jeez.
It's nice to do live stream commentary with my aunt and uncle.
I hope you have a cool aunt and uncle. Carlos has a king 8. They're playing 3-handed. He's thinking about what to do. He's got Asher in the hand. And he folds. Asher can easily have an ace there also, but either way.
This is a very fast-moving final table compared to the other streams we've done. We lost 3 people. They just said this is hand number 30. So in 30 hands, we lost 3 people. That's pretty incredible.
All 3 of the players definitely have something to do after this event, so they don't want to waste the whole day.
They had a hot date. It's like, I got to get these chips in the middle. Pick up my woman.
A hot date with some Coronas, it seems.
Yeah, look, I saw Steve just now on the break. He looked pretty happy. He had his whole posse there, probably on their way to get some drinks.
Yeah, and I saw Alan out there. Not Alan, Gary out there. Gary looked a little somber. He was questioning the 8-2 push, and he explained why he did it, and it was very valid. He knew that he can only be called with a few hands, and somehow Steve made the call.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe Alan Kessler's opening himself up to this, but this is amazing. He says he's played every Borgata event since they've opened and never won one. Like, that's the measure of a good player. Like, you've played 100 events and didn't win one, but he's made like 3 million in live earnings about Stout. You can't, I don't know. If you understand variance at all, you can't hold not winning an event against someone.
No, you
It's like
can't.
losing flips.
Well, I thought Alan did min cash 92% of those events.
Oh, man.
Alan was the min cash, the biggest min casher for a while.
I think I'm probably in that spot now.
It's not a bad spot
You're
if you
quite
double
good
your
as well.
money. If you double your money every event, it's not so bad, but you still need talent to get there, and Alan and you apparently have it.
And remarkable chemistry.
Yes.
But that's for another time.
Yes. We're going to stay PG. And Matt, I'm sure, wishes he made a bet looking at all the overs on the board. Asher scoops another one and takes the chip lead away from Matt.
The always pleasant Bob Brady says, you're doing a great job, guys and young lady. I feel like Bob Brady and Nancy are 2 of the most positive, like, nice human beings on earth.
Bob Brady is pretty. Yeah, they're
They're
definitely
just
both
good luck,
awesome.
good luck to everyone all the time.
Yes.
When I see Bob and Nancy, I know I'm at Parks and I know I'm home. Feeling good. And Frank, too. Frank's very positive. Frank Dre out of there, and he has a great little blog. He put some articles on. Parks has a lot of good characters in there, and they're meshing with the Borgata characters. Carlos with the King 8 is probably the best hand he's seen today. Asher with the 8 deuce is just giving Matt his chips.
Matt with the John 6. It's a walk in the big blind.
Oh, Frank just said he's watching, and we're doing a good job chatting up the action. Thanks, Frank. And Bob. Matt is over 3 million in live earnings and over 3.7 in live and online earnings. He's had some great WSOPs like their listing, especially last year. And he does do a lot of charity work, something that is very good for the young players to see happening. And by the way, the drinkers are all busted off the table, so if that's any message to the youth, don't drink and play poker.
Did you hear that, Dan Buskin?
He's not the youth of poker. Stop it. Buzz is the angry old man yelling at clouds.
Isn't Buzz my age?
No, I don't think so.
I think he's much older than you.
He looks and seems it.
Oh man,
Just kidding, Buzz. Me and Buzz do chest pumps during min cashes, so He can't be that old if he gets up to my chest. Kind of curious what type of deal talk was going on at the table.
Yeah, you have 3 capable players left, and I think that's breeding grounds for a deal a lot of the time. Usually they out, like, you know, when you're 5-handed, there's a couple of people who you think have a weaker game, and they're not going to be able to even know, like, push folds. You have a huge advantage. You kind of wait till you outlast, and then when you're sort of on the same level, you start talking.
I think they all would like to get a little bit. He lives in Long Beach, not Oceanside, guys. Get that corrected, please.
It's very important. Wow. There's some sound issues out there. I hope you guys aren't getting that, because we're kind of going
We
deaf.
are.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't hear anything, guys. Carlos once again with a super premium hand, gets the Jack-6. Just been a day of mediocre cards for him. But he has his composure and his will and his Long Beach hat.
I'm just happy. If nothing else good comes from this live stream, we've initiated an Alan Kessler and Alan Barry Twitter fight, and I have something to do for the rest of the day now.
Awesome.
This clearly isn't their first Twitter fight. Their last one ended with some, well, I don't even want to go into it, but I think
Alan on Alan violence.
Alan kind of got a couple of good jabs in on Alan at the end to put Alan down. Guys, please fight above the belt there and stuff like that if possible. Now, this could be a rumor, but I heard that there was a chop where Carlos is getting 125, Asher's getting 130, Stout's getting 135, and they're just playing for 20K. That's from Jerry Callahan, who's next to the table, but again, that's just a rumor, guys.
They're just playing for 20K. Who even cares? Just get the chips in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, I think
enough.
you also want the trophy. If
I was kidding. 20K's a lot.
not when you just picked up 105, Jamie, but yes, it is, and the trophy.
Al Riccobono requested a shout out to him and Dave Zeitlin playing at Ugly Tuna's home game and watching our stream.
Shout out to Dave.
Thanks for watching, guys. I feel like there's probably a lot of New York people watching today because all the guys left are New Yorkers.
That's how we roll, Jamie. They look very composed, and they look like they're having a great time at the table, which leads me to believe a chop has been done. That's what I do. I look for tells after the fact. I could tell when a guy folded the best hand, too, by the way he reacts.
So what you're seeing right now, RIMAXinc.com is sponsoring this live stream for Borgata. Just want to read that. It's pretty cool to be getting outside sponsorship because for a little while in poker it wasn't really happening. So very special thank you to RIMAX.
Definitely.
RIMAX Marketing Service is the leader in providing player and employee loyalty solutions to the gaming industry. RIMAX's award-winning programs and events are proven to engage, motivate, and reward, as well as create loyalty with an element of fun. Visit RIMAXinc.com. I think it's just important to promote our sponsors because it's a big deal to, I don't know, poker's on the come up again, I feel like. For a while, people weren't wanting to sponsor poker events, and I feel like it's, as it's getting regulated in certain states, it's a little more legitimate. It's not so, like, underground, and I think it's a good thing to get some sponsors. I think it's a sign of things to come.
It's very important. Unfortunately, poker got slightly tarnished with what had gone on with the online problems, and apparently corporations were looking at it like it wasn't something that they wanted to get involved with from the ethics standpoint, but it is a sport, not much different than golf, except you have to have...
We have Carlos picking back up the action here. We have Carlos open the button with pocket eights and Asher 3-bet the small blind. We do not know his hole cards yet, but Carlos flatted the 3-bet and they were on ace-7-6.
Once again, trying to figure out the rumors. Someone said it's 125 chop each, playing for the rest. Somebody said it was 3 different tiers. So hopefully we'll hear a little bit better about that from outside.
Wow. So Ash bets 1.2 million on this flop, and it looks like Carlos has raised.
Oh, ouch. Oh, cold stone. I think he unplugged that. Can you hear me or no?
I can hear you.
I can't hear you. You might want to just grab his for now or something. Well, I'm on my own for a little bit. I think this is the time that's perfect for me to talk a bunch of trash about Alex Rocha and Cold Stone because they just ruined their microphones. So if anyone wants to tweet in with terrible stories of things they've done, I'll gladly read them.
Let's talk about his hand. He just raised 8. Check, check.
All right, I hear you. Should we, can you cut Cold Stones for now since that was his, right? Talk to me. No, you turned his off. Do it again.
I was 3.
Yeah, but now I hear you.
Check.
You're on 3 now.
Oh.
You turned off the wrong one.
Gotcha. Looked like Carlos raised this flop and got called by Ash. We don't get to see Ash's hand. Carlos shoved the 9 turn.
I guess some of the play right now is going to be a little different than normal play since the deal has been made.
Interesting to see Ash's hand there if he was totally empty, which I'm assuming he was.
Well, he bet called the flop. He couldn't have been completely empty.
He could have been on a draw. I'm saying on the turn.
Oh.
So the chop is official, guys.
He could be completely empty. Have you ever heard of float? Oh, we don't want to talk about floating on here.
So the chop is Matt Stout gets 140,000, Asher gets 130,000, Carlos gets 120,000, and they're going to play for 20,000 right now. Congratulations, all 3 years. That's a great payday. And back to the action.
It's nice to hear my buddy Ash with a nice score.
Yeah, he's 2 rooms
Congrats,
over
Ash.
from me, so hopefully I'll be able to go over there for Heinekens.
Is that what you guys call them these days?
I like how
Could be
you're
Corona instead.
You're in it for beer equity.
Well, I don't have a piece.
Yeah.
Dow Rucker is from Boothie and the Blowfish, you dopes. LOL. And Cassidy Pope is a singer-songwriter. LOL. No DJ. Thank you, Mikey Ranzuti.
So much laughing out loud. Do you think they're really laughing out loud or just typing that?
Is that what LOL means? I always thought it meant something else. Calls with the ace, king of spades. Finally getting some premium hands.
Alan Kessler trying to needle me on Twitter.
Is he really? What did he say?
He said to ask me about about mine and his Foxwoods Saver on their last circuit main event. 5-handed in a Foxwoods circuit event. Me and Alan were both the short stacks 5-handed. He asked me if I would like to swap with him. I politely declined and turned him down. He responded by eliminating me from the tournament and then going on to win the tournament.
And I'm sure if you run that 10,000 times, the same thing will happen every time, right?
Yes,
so you made a really terrible decision. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yes.
We got Asher with the queen 8, making a decision about Matt's raise. Matt's still picking up good hands. But at this point, who cares?
God, that reminds me, what movie? Was that Major League? Where they're announcing for the Indians game and no one's listening and the one guy's just sitting there getting really drunk the whole time and the other guy just goes, he curses like 8 times and goes, no one's even listening. Are you at that oil level, Cold Stone?
Well, you know, the deal was made, so all 3 of them
now you're
have,
over it?
Not me. I'm just saying the pressure from the players and the spot where you might say, I'm going to try to build equity and move up another spot, stay away from Matt. At this point, there's no reason. Everybody's pretty much guaranteed plenty of money, and you can play poker more relaxed.
Playing a 3-handed sit and go for a $20,000 prize would make me very excited.
Oh, I'm not saying it's not exciting. I'm saying they're very excited because they locked up 120 to 140, and now it just comes down to they're not going to play bad, but where somebody might not take a stand, it's not a financial decision.
Surprised to see Matt Stout fold ace-jack there to 1-bet. He opened the button with ace-jack. Ash defended the big blind and donked 6-4-3 rainbow. Would have expected to see a call.
I think Matt just took a picture of the check and sent it to his bank account, so he didn't have a chance to play that hand. He was busy doing finances. All three players said they love playing at the Borgata. Kind of feel like it's their home court. And Carlos, especially this event.
Shout out to one of Alan Kessler's favorite dealers, Teresa.
Is that who's dealing right now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is Teresa the one that's in the running for Dealer of the Year?
I don't follow that race closely.
It's the first time they're doing it.
I got a lot of money on that.
I don't know. Are you being serious?
No.
Oh.
Wow. Bad read, Roche.
That was really good, Roche. Roche jumped for the dryness. Once again, I can't be happier for these three people. Three of my better friends that were in it. I love Steve, too. But Steve came in a short stack. People were asking me who I wanted to win. I said it's kind of tough with three friends in there, so I'm just going to watch like a fan.
There you go.
Sorry we didn't get as many interviews as we wanted in. The bus was so fast that we really couldn't get a hold of the people before they busted.
I think I'm just going to be scooping up the winner for a quick interview later.
And somebody will have to talk to the loser. It's nice that after this tournament, I'm sure all three of them are going to be extremely happy. It's kind of weird the way the mind works, that even if you win a lot of money and come in second, for some reason you feel a little sour until somebody smacks you in the head once or twice. But I'm sure all three of them are winners and will feel like winners regardless of how this ends. Hi, Asher.
Ash with the update that he's going to go pee. Thank you, Ash. Appreciate you.
I just have a read on him right now.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
looked
think
pretty
he's
happy.
peeing. I think he's actually going to sit down in the bathroom.
I thought you were going to.
I don't make mistakes, honey. Except for maybe calling a girl honey.
Yep.
Don't you dare do that.
Yeah, come to the women things. Honey, what would you call Alex honey? Yes, I would.
You would.
You
It's
actually
fine.
would call me. You have called me.
I
honey.
have.
Honey and babe, actually. I get babe more often than honey.
Yeah.
Does Cold Stone calling you honey offend you, Jamie?
I did.
No.
Me and Jamie go back
Cold
far.
Stone's fine. I call him creepy, so if he calls me honey, it just fits.
Oh, fair enough.
Yes, it's what I do. If he calls me creepy, just to try to keep some of the people away from me, but it still doesn't work. Could wear sweatpants and a ripped shirt. Just hard. Well, maybe this will rush Carlos's wedding. Carlos will be spending the winnings on his wedding. It's written down right here.
Oh, congrats to him. He is engaged. Awesome. Weddings are expensive. So I'm told. I don't know. Cold Stone, how many times have you got married?
I only got married once, and I'm just reading Matt's bio over here without going into my marriage issues.
Fair enough. We'll move on. Jamie, how many
Okay.
times have you been married?
0 times.
0 times.
I have a perfect record.
Me too.
All right.
Matt's favorite poker player, Eric Seidel. His favorite style is the chameleon, adapting to surroundings. Now, I just have to say, Matt did bring this bio upstairs, and he had more time to work on it than others. So by him talking about the chameleon, adapting to surroundings, he did that over 12 hours. His sister Jen taught him how to play 5-card draw at 4 years old. At 19, his college buddy Nick taught him limit holding, and he was almost instantly hooked on that and no limit. Well, thanks to the poker world for that. That's a good guy.
Matt trying to wrap this thing up so he can watch the Ranger game.
Ash is going to look for that diamond, 3 or jack on the turn. And gets the diamond.
Not the one he's looking for.
Not the one that's going to make the hand easy.
He's going to try to, I kind of like the check, I think.
Matt might check behind, not thinking that there's a draw that could beat him now, too.
I don't see Matt checking behind here often with top and
super value hand.
2 pair. Yeah, 2 pair is a strong hand.
Don't twist it up right now.
And we think Ash is going to go
Don't
for it here out of position
Don't
with
twist
the flush
it,
draw on the pair.
Asher. Don't,
I think Asher's going to call at least. He's got a pair and a flush draw.
He's definitely at least calling, and he's right now twisting that I'm going to go all in button. He's twisting it. He's trying to rev himself up.
I don't think he's going to go all in.
When they wait this long to do it, they get called. I understand.
Just wouldn't make any sense.
How much you raising, my friend? Nothing?
I would definitely call. Just call as well.
Oh, you're a girl.
Bink.
Bink. I think my way of playing the hand might have worked better for Asher than giving him.
Your way.
Oh, a check.
You just bet 5 times pot.
How much is the value bet going to be right now from Matt?
I think Matt's going to bet like 1.8 million.
2.25.
And is Asher just going to call?
Ash will be putting in a raise. You heard it here first.
I'm guessing 1.8 million to 4.5 million. The bet and the raise.
Well, there's your 175. Ash is contemplating how much to raise.
I'm making it 4.5.
Pot's probably about 4 million. I say he raises it to 6 million.
That's a lot of millions.
Even one's a lot, hon. Ash is putting everything in his head right now. He's not just sitting there, he's thinking. He's putting the math together and figuring out how much he could get paid. He's definitely not going to lose value in that raise. That's a lot of chips, Jamie. I think I was right.
I said 4.5, right?
I said 6.
All right, I think we're gonna.
I think it's 6.
Win.
It's 6.
Take the under on 6.
I'll take 6 on the nose.
6 on the nose.
6 1/4 or 6.
I think this might be a little. This might be a little too much.
I'm sorry. This is what I said he was going to do.
Yeah, I just don't think Matt pays.
It's backdoor. He has to call. Backdoors don't happen.
I would bet that Matt folds here.
Yeah.
Well, you've been wrong on the sizing of the bet.
7 million.
I also think he would have folded to 4.7.
Well, so far I've been right on 3 counts, and I think Matt thinks, Asher thinks that Matt thinks, and he's going to call. Looking for a live tell.
I think Matt knows that Ash isn't check raise bluffing this river often enough.
Asher might have 10-3.
You don't even have a great 2-pair. The problem, like certain hands that aren't even like backdoor flushes that got there.
Guys, just listen to the old man when he tells you what's happening.
I will listen to the old man. I will not necessarily agree with the old man.
It's either he puts it in or doesn't.
Stout knows.
You are right about that.
Stout knows if he puts it in, it's a bad call. You could see it on his face right now. He doesn't
It's
want to do it.
going in.
Wow.
Guys, don't pat me on the back.
Wow.
Don't tell me I'm great. Just tell me I'm right.
I did not think that Stout would make that call. I don't think Asher's bluffing frequency is high enough there at all.
It's non-existent. It's non-existent in that spot. It's a nit. A good nit, but a nit.
Yeah.
I think based on Ash coming into the booth earlier and how giddy he was, I think that led Cold Stone to realizing that Matt Stout would make that river call.
Oh, I didn't even think about that live read. Good read.
He just peeked his head in and said he had a pee.
But he was smiling from
he was happy.
ear to ear.
He wasn't like, I just
like
missed
he
a whole lot of value.
The only mistake he made in my eye was not bloating the turn. But I'm just aggressive.
Bloating the turn would not be good. You can get blown off your hand. You have such a hand with so much potential.
He got the diamond. He ain't folding. It would have worked.
He just Cold Stone. I feel like you're broadcasting so that you can profit in the future on what you're saying because you're the nittiest ever. He's like, Cold Stone's like, I'm going to put in 60 big blinds all the time. If you put in 2 big blinds, I put in 60 big blinds. Just letting you guys know. Meanwhile, he's like, I only have aces. I don't have a set yet. I don't really want to put too many chips in the pot.
Don't give me away, Jamie. I'm starting to believe my own talk, and you're ruining it for me. Very well played. I like the bet sizing a lot by Asher, and
I thought it was an ambitious bet size, but it worked. I mean, they're sitting there and they're aware of the game flow, and
your bet size leads to somebody thinking about the strength of your hand too.
The reason I wouldn't have made such a big bet size is because they're both good players on a high level of poker. A heart draw missed, like making it look super extra bluffy to Matt, I think actually made it look stronger. Like, it just doesn't. He's never gonna make it a kabillion chips with a missed flush draw.
Are they a kabillion deep right now?
They are 1 kabillion deep. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, now Asher has 2 kabillion.
Oh wow.
I just Googled kabillion, guys, and it is not a word.
Thanks.
Is it a number?
It is. Well, Matt hit the ace against Asher earlier, and Asher hits a big diamond and really takes a lot of chips on that hand. Hey, Asher.
No, we're on.
I just said what your bet size would be and that he'd call, and they disagreed.
I did not think Matt was going to look you up there.
How was your pee earlier?
Asher from the future just entered the booth.
With Nancy next to him. He did a little side dance. Or was that a skip? Right now, Matt's saying, why did I make that call? If there wasn't a deal, I would have thought the hand through differently.
That may very well be true.
Well, thank you, young man.
Not that young.
Arg.
Sorry, Alex.
Still younger than you.
Yeah, I know. Probably going to be that way for a while.
We'll see.
I remember when my older brother used to beat me up when I was little, I told him, when I'm bigger than you and older than you, I'm going to beat you up. I was like 5, and I was like 1 day. I didn't really understand how time worked.
But you've understood that you understand that now, right?
Yes.
Good.
Learned a lot.
So Asher's sitting there with 30 million right now. The Matt's 10 million, and Carlos' stack's not up there, but I'd have to say it's in the 14 million range.
What is the action on Borgata Poker tonight, Jamie?
There's a whole lot going on tonight. There's a 25K guarantee that Late Reg is open for right now. $50 rebuy. Should be 10K or probably like 8 or 10K for first. I think you can still late reg for the 3 o'clock one. It's probably just closing now. Another 20 or 25K guarantee.
What time did
there's a 7 o'clock one starting as well. So in an hour and 45 minutes.
What time is the one still open for the late reg one that's 25K? The 200?
It just started 15 minutes ago.
Oh, great.
So we got probably another hour and a half. Look at that
look
rail.
At the audience. We got a little Nancy Martin. Little Patty Haggerty in the back, little Damiano.
Where's Haggerty? I didn't even see her.
She's all the way in the right-hand corner there.
Awesome.
Oh, there's Damiano.
Carlos has like the nicest friend rail. Like, he's all friends with good people.
Yes.
And Cold Stone. Good
well,
people.
Those are my friends too.
Yeah, somehow.
Jamie.
She's always with the needles, dude.
She's
always.
trying to needle.
She does it.
You know when
she did it to me last time.
Trying to make a more interesting stream if there's fighting.
You do understand that when somebody has a crush on you, they usually needle you. Hey, Ross, my son wants a shout out. I'm glad you're listening too. My son Ross is going to West Virginia University next year, and he's there right now.
WVU, huh?
WVU, and
have a lot of fun.
hopefully he's not drinking as much Coronas as the rest of the table had been. Love you, son. Ross has met all 3 of these players too in Florida.
Yeah, I met you.
Asher. You too.
I met your son. Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a good guy, a good poker player, just a little young, and going to get the education and the job and play poker for a hobby, hopefully.
Good poker player?
Yes.
Learned from his father?
He actually learned from when I played online and kind of picked up the aggressive side too much, but he's adapted well, and he's doing pretty good. I can't exactly tell you where he's sneaking into play right now, but he does well. birthday will be coming up after the World Series, and I'm sure he's going to want to go to Florida and try to start off with a strong start. Asian Jay in Dix Hills wants a shout. Nobody likes you. Why should I shout out to you? Just kidding.
Oh. It's the most aggressive.
Jamie's got me cynical.
It's awesome. I said you just like poke him a little bit, and now he's
Now he's
going
riled
after
up.
everyone.
Yeah,
Who
he's ready
wants
to
a
fight.
piece? Who wants a piece of the Cold Stone? Might as well shout out to my daughter Samantha, who's point guard in basketball, moving up in badminton, and the goalie in soccer in high school. My little star athlete.
Yeah, shout out to her.
Thank you.
I want to give a shout out actually to my girlfriend from the 3rd grade. It's her birthday today. I don't know if she's watching. I haven't spoken to her in a long time, but happy birthday.
Also, I feel like it might be a little to have a 3rd grade girlfriend. I feel like you don't want to talk about that on the live stream.
Why? I was also in the 3rd grade.
Oh, okay.
I should probably clarify that. Yeah,
I can't believe you actually answered me without getting what I was getting at.
I was in the 3rd grade with a 3rd grade girlfriend.
Big hand,
okay,
guys,
that's
big
fine
hand
then.
brewing right now. We got 7s against Ace King.
You say growing?
I did. I misspoke, and you let the world know. It's supposed to be brewing, not growing. With a B.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Red leather, yellow leather.
Jay and Dix Hills watching the action.
At It's Not Butter is eating yellow curry rice while watching Stephen Curry NBA playoffs and watching a Borgata Poker live stream with a Bud Light. Enjoy, sir.
We have $1 billion.
I know a lot of information about that man now.
Yeah, I'm kind of hungry now.
We have $1 million bet on the turn called. We're on the river now with Carlos holding the best hand and Asher with the chip lead. And that's about it. He's given up. And Carlos will scoop the pot. Carlos will move up to about 18 million on this. All three are at the exact same spot. Basically, nothing has changed.
And three-handed, that could have gotten really out of control. A decent pair versus ace-king, but they both elected to play a pretty small pot.
They're both very smart. They're going to really try to have a big edge before they put it in. They have a lot of bigs.
And with Asher having about 30 million, Carlos having 19 now, and Matt Stout shorter with like 10 million, they can outlast hit Matt Stout without trying to have a huge confrontation between each other and try to get to heads up.
Well, that's how big stacks play with each other in these tournaments for you guys out there. Jamie bringing up a great point. A lot of times when there's a big move from third to second, the two big guys will kind of try to stay out of their ways. Except for some of the more aggressive players that just go for it. Matt looking down to the suited 9-2. It looks like it was a misdeal. Nope. Asher opened eights.
What are the odds either of you has a Samsung charger?
0.
0. You look like an Android person, too.
I just switched over to from iPhone to Android. I did my research, and they said this was the best phone on the market, so I got it.
They?
Yeah, they.
The royal day.
Yes.
They did.
They.
Well,
they're smart. They know more about phones than you do, I promise.
Apple.com, one of our best companies. If you guys want to reach out to me, that's apple.com. You can find me. I love the iPhone.
Just trying to get sponsors.
Hello, Tab.
Dr. Tab.
Dr. Tab is peeking and making sure we're doing okay.
Do you want us to talk about that? You want me to rub it in on the live stream? That teasing. Tab stopping by to say hello.
We have an overlay in.
Oh,
Just kidding.
cold stove.
Oh, come on. I don't have a patch deal.
Amen. Nope.
By the way, my chest has no patch on it. If anybody wants to put a patch on it, Coca-Cola, anybody?
Wow, so I opened up the Twitch stream to see if they had any questions for us. And they have a very, very important question, which is all three of us, would we rather fight a horse-sized duck or 20 duck-sized horses?
Wow.
Say that one more time.
Would you rather fight a horse-sized duck or 20 duck-sized horses?
That's a very good question, and I'm not going to just answer that without thinking it through.
I would never
On
fight
first
tiny
thought?
horses because
No,
they'd be
yeah.
so cute. I would just be like petting them.
As they bit you.
I'm going to go duck. I'm going to go one horse-sized duck.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
terrifying.
Off the top of my head, just
Yeah.
that's where I'm going.
I'd be more comfortable fighting that than fighting adorable little horses.
Yeah.
I would be trying to find things to ride on the tiny horses. Like, let's put this bug on the horse. See what happens.
How tiny?
He said duck size, so like, I don't know, that big.
Oh,
Put like a hamster on it.
Here come all the animal rights people. I did not make a comment. I would not hit either animal, so I will not. Oh, this is a pretty good
Wow,
flop for
that's-
Asher.
Asher's running okay today.
Carlos hitting top pair is going to have a lot of problems
Carlos
with this
is
hand.
going to get stacked this hand.
Carlos also has a 10 high flush draw. I cannot see Carlos avoiding a big problem in this hand. It's going to come down to how much Asher bets.
I'm making it $2.5 million on this flop, and I'm just trying to build a massive pot. You got to put chips in now while a person still has their draws.
Well, some people want to keep them around also. But I agree. You're going to have to stop building
He
it
just
somehow.
called. I really like building a pot here. Obviously, we see their cards, and you know that Carlos wouldn't have gone anywhere.
That's the main reason why Asher didn't raise. If he saw Carlos's cards, he would have definitely raised.
Yeah, but you have to think, like, how can I get a lot of chips in this pot? And you get it in when the person has an ace of spades, king of spades, or has a pair and some kind of draw. And it becomes harder as the board runs out with a lot of scare cards coming and with just their draws not improving. You can get a bunch of chips in on the flop, and then on the turn it becomes less attractive.
Snap call. Now, Carlos's snap call gives a lot of an indication to Asher that he's, like, really in love with the board and the flop.
I'd probably like 80% pot the river with a call like that.
Yes, that's not the best way to call. I mean, you're trying to slow the person down, and they know you are, but they're sitting there with the second nuts. They don't want to slow down.
It's the spot he can just bet like $3.5 million.
That's about right. He's going to bet probably somewhere around $2 million.
No,
Oh
way
no,
bigger.
no, on the river. Now it was $2 million on the turn. 6.6 million. He's probably going to come in for 3/4, full $4 million, maybe $4,100,000.
Yeah, I don't think Carlos is ever full. Like that call just looked like he's never folding his hand ever, and I would put a huge bet in right now.
There's the 4, moving it up to 4.8. At least we're all agreeing on bet sizing. I can't see Carlos folding right here. I mean, he does lose to ace queen, king queen. He really liked his 10 high flush draw, I'm sure, going into this. And now he's just sitting there with a queen with not much of a kicker. If Asher did call him on the flop without a queen, he has 3 sevens. It's not a great spot. But once again, I think he's going to have to call as he's
Because Ash
throwing
could
up.
have called with the big spade in his hand. And
Obviously, as the bile's going into the top of his throat right now, he's going to put the chips forward, and he's going to say, damn. Then he's going to show what he had.
If he calls river, I'm
He's
not sure he'll
calling the
show.
river.
I don't think he'll show his hand.
He's calling,
If he, okay, when he, but you said
and
then
he's, and he's going to show at least the queen.
Well, it's a little different.
It's a little different.
I'm almost willing to bet. Want to make a friendly wager?
You have to give me odds.
$20,
There's the call.
$20 and he
There's the
doesn't
call.
table any cards.
There's the call.
Better no bet.
And here comes the queen. Here comes. Okay.
Oh.
He wanted to.
I'll take the 20, please. Thank you.
Haha.
And I really think that Carlos ended up paying an extra like million and a half just because of the way he called.
Yeah, the snap
earlier.
call would have gotten him a check if the guy didn't have a super premium
Yeah,
hand.
I think that if he just tanked a little while and actually thought about the value of his hand and raising and whatever, and then called, I don't think Asher would have been so sure that he's getting snapped no matter what.
I agree. It's great when younger players see these live tells. A lot of people don't pick up on these
Live
things.
tells are real, and I
and
like
you
get
are
picked
real.
on sometimes because I was almost exclusively an online player for a couple years. But I've played a lot of live tournaments in the last few years after Black Friday, and live reads are a real thing. You're staring at someone's face right in front of you.
It's more than a real thing. It's a huge way to get information, especially clusters of reads. And with your psychology background, you can even understand more about the human emotions. Definitely an asset to you, and good to see that you've picked up that, like a lot of online players might not have.
I think online players kind of laugh at it because they're so math oriented, which I understand. Like, there are times someone will tell me a hand history and they'll be talking about like making an absurd fold mathematically, where you're like, oh, you just gave the guy aces. You're like, he must have aces because he hasn't raised and he 3-bet me this hand. I'm like, okay, he could be card dead for an hour. You've played 15 hands. So sometimes online players are right that like the live reads shouldn't really overpower the math, but you have to definitely use it to supplement. Sure,
you don't want to overpower anything. You want to use all of your different, all the different sources of your knowledge equally. So there's math and there's tells, but tells can really tell a lot. And in that situation, we all kind of saw that Carlos was trying to prove he's calling fast, but Asher just had such a hand that he knew he'd get paid more on. Fortunately, Carlos is getting low on chips, and Ash is building chips right now for Carlos.
It would have been an interesting thing if Carlos intentionally snap called so that he can make an easier fold on the river if Asher still wanted to put in a huge bet.
Right, that would have been...
Just be very aware of the fact that you look like, I'm calling you no matter what, and then you can actually make a pretty good fold.
That's another level. It's a pretty good flop for Carlos to get his last... Well, he's still got 30 big, so...
Yeah, we're pretty deep. We burned through those 3 players so fast that the chips got redistributed, and they're all able to play multi-streets. It's not like
did he raise and then get 3-bet and call the 3-bet?
Yes, he did. He flatted the 3-bet looking for this flop. Maybe not paired, but this flop.
He found it.
He found it. A lot of the problems with this game is you find 4/5 of what you need, and Asher still has an overpair and a commanding chip lead. And I think it might be time for Asher to try to shut down this hand right now with an all-in bet.
I don't think Carlos will fold.
I do not think Carlos can fold at the moment. He's got the 5 of diamonds available and everything else. He throws down.
Asher asked him if he had a 3.
Are they both all in here?
Yeah, all in and a call. Okay. And good luck. Off to the races here. Good luck, gentlemen. Asher now a 75% favorite to be heads up.
And he gets there.
And with that, Asher will be heads up against Matt Stout.
That was a great run, Carlos. I know you smoothed, a little frustrated about how you just lost the big hand and flop Yahtzee. You played a great tournament to win back-to-back, because that's what you did. All 3 of you won this. So you won back-to-back. Pretty crazy.
Amazing run, Carlos. Very good game.
More close-ups of happy people's faces. That's what I want to see. I like watching people win in a tournament.
How honest are you being right now?
Seriously.
Wow. I like it.
No, it does make me happy. Like, the people who are jaded because, oh, it's, you know, it's not $1 million or something like that. Like, I like watching pros that can still really appreciate the moment that they're in and how lucky they are to be there.
$200,000 is still a lot of dollars.
It's a lot of dollars. I would love to be playing for that many dollars.
Yes, I don't know if there's many people that would not want to be playing for that.
Speaking of dollars, play a minimum of 50 live action hours poker and earn bonus comp dollars this April. I think we're trying to keep this poker room hopping.
Yes.
And trying to keep these people around after the series and incentivizing poker play, which is cool. It's nice of the casino to do that.
Yeah, I'm aware if you're playing 5 tournaments, you get a free buffet next month, too.
Nice. I actually really like the buffet here.
Buffet's great.
Yeah, the buffet is good.
There's not too much bad that can be said about Borgata. Everything's really, really great. They're the best in the East, the most Vegas-like hotel in the East Coast also, and all of the restaurants are great. Really tough to find a floor in this hotel.
And on Saturday, May 2nd, you can watch the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight here in the Music Box. There will be an exclusive private viewing for $30 a person. Should be a good fight. May 2nd at the Music Box here at the Borgata.
And obviously we'll have action open. There'll be somebody probably covering action on that if you walk in there. Just joking.
It's nice to see my two friends heads up.
And they're now on a 15-minute
Good
break.
luck to them.
And we're going to take a 15-minute break.
I may try to scoop one of these guys. Maybe I'll just interview both of them. Be like,
May-
you're both winners in our book.
Yes.
All right.
So this box for player 1, 2, and then player 5. No, let's just count small guy. Yeah. What's the total of the amount of chips, do you know? Yes, so he can use the box under this. This how they are killing you, huh? Yeah, it's mad. Yeah.
Lounging by the sea and lining up 5 sevens. Now that's a win. Showing off your new garden tool and raking in on 00. Now that's a win. Swinging to some classic rock and standing on 20. Now that's a win. Do what you love and get the thrill of Borgata anytime and anywhere in New Jersey. Play online, poker, slots, blackjack, real money. TheBorgata.com. Now that's a win. Get $20 to play when you sign up now. Loving up on the puglets and looking down on 4 kings. Now that's a win. Showing off your soft top and shoving in on a straight flush. Now that's a win. Manning the tongs and taking down a hot tournament. Now that's a win. Do what you love and get the thrill of Borgata anytime and anywhere in New Jersey. Play online, poker, slots, blackjack, real money. TheBorgata.com. Now that's a win. Get $20 to play when you sign up now. Stretching your hammies and splitting aces. Now that's a win. Toasting the perfect marshmallow and turning up 5 cherries. Now that's a win. Waiting for a nibble and setting a trap with pocket kings. Now that's a win. Do what you love and get the thrill of Borgata anytime and anywhere in New Jersey. Play online, poker, slots, blackjack, real money. TheBorgata.com. Now that's a win. Get $20 to play when you sign up now.
Roulette skills.
So what? Just ask him to sit in front of this. Just ask him to sit in front of this box and remind him to put the cards in the box before he looks at them, because Carlos was doing great, but Asher was forgetting, because he's using that box and then he has so many chips. Now it's easy for you to slide the cards in, so it's easy for him. Nice, you're doing well. My chip count was exactly spot on.
Fine. I'm sending you back to the Philippines. You want to take? Yeah, let's take off some of his. Give him this million. Maybe make it a little fair. Yeah.
More fair, more close. Yeah, I guess.
I don't think you need to call him up at all. Whatever.
1 million.
I don't want you to hurt yourself. Carry the one.
Oh, thank you.
What is it for?
You're on level 36. 42. No, you're on 42.
Right now, we would have gone to 42.
You are right now.
Yeah, she
This
was
hand.
153.
You were 153.
Yeah.
Regardless of what
We
you
both
did.
went 40. You're 42.
I'm gonna be too. You still got 15 minutes. Do you want to go 15 more minutes? You're alright with that? Alright. I know you've been sitting here for 15 minutes. Break. Okay. So yeah, 45.
I'll be your secretary, guys.
You're gonna be my secretary?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, I'll be the big boss.
See, it's better to have no commentator. Hey, it's better to have no commentator.
It is.
Easy.
Well, did you do it before workout? Like, through the announcer? It was annoying. Because you had to do it, say it, and then look at them and say it again. It was annoying. Vinny, do you want me to just start on the
Next
new
year
level?
I'm gonna
Or do you want to
resign
do
and
30
stay.
seconds?
Really? Damn.
Vinny. Yeah, it's going to be the next one.
Alright, so it's gonna be 1 hour. We're gonna do 40,000 Big cheese over there. You met the big cheese yet? No, you wanna meet him? I'm balanced. I can introduce you as the superstar. Yeah, he's been in there a few times. We find it?
See, we don't need a commentator.
Huh?
We don't need an announcer.
Yes,
No.
You pass on the job.
I have a lot.
Pass on the job.
That is my set.
Like 4 to 1.
Cool. Basically, you should be a shooter. Oh, fuck.
I think he's got 11.
Don't put that pressure on me.
You got like 11 million. I think you got 49.
Yeah. He's real good though. He ain't gonna give it up.
One hand, it could be over.
Yeah. You better get blood from the stone.
You don't want to on YouTube, everything.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the action. That's a trophy they're going to be playing for.
That guy Matt's a great guy. He's a good.
And you got Patrick in the box, one of Borgata's better dealers. Not that they're all not great, but Patrick is a very good dealer. Chip counts going on. I believe they're talking about another type of a deal. Matt wants to watch the Ranger game. Shout out to all my friends in Islip. And once again, thanks Borgata for this great room. Coffee,
it's kinda
food,
nice.
water, computers.
This is a lot better than the last time we were in like a dungeon room and you didn't hear or see anything. We didn't know if the tournament was getting close to ending. We're like three-handed for 100 years. You didn't even hear like the, oh my God, someone cheered. Maybe somebody won or lost. We were just like, we're going to be in here for the rest of our lives. This has been so fast.
5-1 chip lead against Matt Stout, and it's never over against all in Matt Stout. Asha giving a profile, grabbing his breastises.
What?
It's always great to see Nancy down there just rooting and having such a great time. I was just talking with her a few minutes ago, and she told me we were doing a great job, and that means a lot because Nancy would say that we weren't doing a good job.
Yes, that's kind of what I think that's why she's got such a good reputation, because she'll call people out too. She's not one of those like, Bob Brady's like all positive all the time. Nancy will tell you if you did a bad job.
But we do need a Bob in our lives.
Yeah, I love Bob.
Well, we might as well fill some time with something fun. You're not on, baby. And Alex is going to talk into the mic again.
This is going to be Ash's biggest score of his career, so congrats to him, whether it's first or second place.
It's really good to see somebody that puts in the work like Asher get a score like this.
Yes.
Because with the variance of poker, it sometimes doesn't matter how good you are. Sometimes the cards just fall.
I'm getting excited for this Borgata Festival Park thing. I kind of don't even want to go to WSOP anymore.
Darius Rucker, by the way, is I was informed is the lead singer of Hootie and the Blowfish.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
yes.
I mentioned it.
Yeah.
I got the text earlier, and the other person's a singer, not a DJ.
He needs to get over himself and just call himself Hootie.
Yeah.
If it said Hootie with Cassie Pope, I'd be like, I'm in.
Yeah, I'm in. Let's go.
Oh, he's just a hoot.
Oh, geez. Dad joke.
Wow.
Dad jokes.
Called out on the dad joke. Once again, play a minimum of 50 live action hours of poker and earn an April bonus in comp dollars right here at Borgata. You must be 21 or older. Management reserves the right to change or cancel without notice.
Nice looking trophy. You guys have one of those?
Oh, come on.
Am I
Oh, I thought, are you trying to brag or no?
No.
You don't have one either?
I do have one.
Oh, interesting. Oh, I'm not trying to brag. I'm just bragging.
Nice little
No, that's not why I brought it up.
Uh-huh.
I just wanted to know if you guys had one of those, guys.
No, that thing's a lot smaller than my Hard Rock WPT trophy, though, but it is
Oh,
nice.
wow.
Wow. I got no brags. My Venetian marble trophy. Venetian's the only place I won't go back to ever in my life.
Oh.
And that's where I have a...
Shelby?
Yep.
Yeah.
Not dealing with that, dude.
Sheldon Adelson is not a friend of online poker.
And so I'm not a friend of Venetian. They send me offers for free rooms, and I tell them to take a hike.
I was
Those
told
rooms are quite nice.
I should book it and just leave it empty, just to be really passive-aggressive and female.
I was told you should use their free rooms, just don't play in their poker room.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather just not be seen there. I think it shows it's a bad look for poker players even to be staying there.
Well, I think it's more playing than staying, and I think at this point there are times in your life when you might see a value you have to go for, and Venetian's final event after the World Series last year.
That 1K was massive.
That 1K guarantee, even if you weren't a fan of Adelson, if you needed to go make a score and you weren't rich.
Yep. Dude, I wanted to play it. My backer offered to put me in the 5K, and I said no. Because
I say yes.
Because it's one little shred of moral decency I'm holding on to.
I mean, I won't play blackjack there, but I mean,
if you
just wouldn't. I don't know.
If you win that tournament, it gives you a little chance to verbally announce your thoughts. Also,
I'll Dan Coleman it. I'm just gonna.
There you go. Well, I mean, I stay with Jared Jaffe a lot, and Jared forbade me, so I had to kind of figure out how to sneak over if I was going to play, but they had.
Oh, good for Jared.
Yes,
I feel
Jared.
like not enough people care.
But Jared, again, will go drink and gamble in their sports book, but he feels it's different from poker, and that's why I said taking the free room is different than poker.
Well, but he's still gambling and giving them action.
Yeah.
In the
Because
sports
that's another
book, yeah.
thing. The what is it called? Is it Coliseum? The one that's at Palazzo, the Legacy Stadium.
Legacy.
I love that place, and I won't go back there either. It's one of the best sports bars I've ever been to, with like just a million TVs and little cool
Let's
places.
stop
you
plugging
can,
it.
No, I'm like,
it is gorgeous.
Still never setting foot in there again.
It's a very nice hotel, but unfortunately their stance on online poker can't be ignored by us. But I do believe if you're getting free rooms and stuff there and you're not giving them any income, it's not really helping them and not so bad. I did not stay there last series, but, you know.
No, you make a good point.
I might have. That wasn't the reason I didn't, but I did stay away from the poker room until that last event.
Good luck to both players here.
Yes, he's got a commanding chip lead right now. He's got almost 50 million, which is 83% of the chips as it shows on the TV. Yeah.
Look how happy. Aw.
Good for him. Happy for him.
And Matt got plenty of money, just doesn't look as happy. But Matt's a
Because
competitor.
he's mad at making that call. If I know Stout, he's mad he made that call versus Asher, and he's going to be mad no matter what.
Yep.
Unless he comes back and wins the tournament.
He is a competitor. I was upset I missed. They had a little ESPN hockey game, and I had left Vegas right before it, but Matt was hosting it. I'm sure it was a lot of fun.
He hosted a hockey game?
Well, he plays hockey, and he got everyone together to play, and apparently it got filmed.
Oh, cool.
So I would like to get out there, put a couple of shots on somebody, maybe drop the gloves on somebody, and show him the old man could do a little bit.
I think hockey is so cool where they just like let you fight for a little bit, and then they're like, now it's not okay anymore.
Well, when somebody has,
amazing.
it's not okay when someone has a big advantage or goes down. Aside from that, they'll let it go forever if the arms are swinging.
It's a cool sport.
It's definitely a cool sport. I wish I knew what ice skate.
For anybody who's looking for something to do while we wait for this action to start, NJ Cop on the Party Borgata Network is going on right now. There's late reg still open for the 5 o'clock event. I believe it's a $25K $100 event. And there's another one starting at 7 p.m. So check it out. I'll probably be playing it shortly if these guys get this show on the road. They've been playing very fast poker. There's
sure
been no
have.
tanking. This has really been like a let's get this done table.
Sure has. All of them are so good that they can think through very fast what they need to do.
Asher just shot a wink to someone on the rail.
It was probably Chris Hort. Let's speculate who it is. I don't know.
I think it was Chris. His past and previous occupation was Mr. Steal Your Girl guy.
Noted.
And he's been playing poker for a little while now. His hobbies are drinking with Steve, who might be drinking right now. Steve, it was a great run and so much fun to watch you go deep. Asher flops a 10.
Bink.
Matt's starting to go back into the form that he used to have, just getting there quickly.
He had a double gut shot on the flop.
This is a very good comment on Twitch. Double Gutter says, Sheldon Adelson says, gambling online is immoral. He told me this standing next to me while playing a $100 per pull slot machine. LOL.
Yep.
Billionaires.
That about sums it up.
They're so funny. So I don't want to be like get on a soapbox here, but for people who want to see the growth of online poker, there's a lot of stuff you could do. Support PPA, sign some petitions, and anybody who's listening who's not in New Jersey, especially Pennsylvania and New York, check out PPA and be more active politically, and we need to get this into more states.
Stout with king queen on the button. Very strong hand, heads up.
Ash hasn't shown his cards yet. There we go. If I'm Asher now, I'm not going to play a big pot. I like to soul crush my opponents when I have them 4 or 5 to 1, make it look like they're never going to get a full double up, and kind of just like whittle them down really slowly.
Asher elected to say no thank you, Jamie, for the heads up tips. I'm going to go ahead and 3-bet my 9 and 4. And I believe, I don't know, but what did Stout start the hand with here?
Like 25 bigs. He's piling.
Stout will be wagering all of the remaining units.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
And
he's going to go with
have
king queen.
30
and
big
did.
blinds now.
And fold. Kind of a textbook hand.
Agreed. I'm fine with Ash 3-bet folding there with the 9-4
Yeah,
diamonds.
I don't even mean don't 3-bet. I'm saying I'm not going to play big pots. Like, I'm not going to try to, like, rip a marginal hand and let my opponent catch up and have 20 million. And fortunes change really fast in heads up. Every chip you lose, it's like double because your opponent gets it. And a 5 to 1 chip lead becomes almost even the first time you double them up.
Yep. Definitely true. And Asher knows if he gives matchups, it's not going to be fun.
Matt with a very strong holding in the big blind.
Asher's running into a little bit of bad luck right now. Hopefully he doesn't make a stack size play.
I imagine Ash will tank here for a few seconds and then release.
Actually, really appreciating the fact that the play has been kind of quick and there hasn't been any unnecessary tanking this whole tournament.
Cold Stone, I think we have a comment directed at you from @KingAduSuited. Does your contract with Borgata exclude you from dating hot guys like him that are sponsored by PokerStars?
No, there's nothing in my contract that states who I can or can't date or what sex I could date. So definitely send me something on Twitter. But I am married, so, you know, I really can't do anything. But I appreciate it.
Just playing a 20K heads up sit and go right now, no big deal. Just chatting it up.
Is that a confirmed chop? That's what they're playing for? Or?
Yeah, the confirmed chop I gave before, I think it was
Yeah, you said.
Stout got 140, Asher got 130, and Carlos got 120,000. And they're playing for 20,000 right now. And once again, like written, Matt qualified on BorgataPoker.com. It's that easy.
They both qualified on BorgataPoker.com for, I believe, $60. This is quite the parlay.
And Ash is going to open. He's got tens. Very strong hand, two-handed.
Except when you river to diamond.
Yeah, that was rough.
And except when I pulled the wall. That wasn't the running well part. That's like the spaced out. Just pull the hand. Pull the value.
And the slickest part is,
Well, I think it's time for me to sign in late to the Borgata.com $25,000 event.
More like this pull the 6.25. Why
No,
is this place?
what was the ending number? 7.25. I was trying to go 6.3. I was trying to go 750. My charming face.
Ace-10 off here for Stout.
He's got 13 million, and I'm sure he wants to try to get as much of it as he can. Asher with the Jack-5 is just gonna fold.
Matt Stout sporting his charity series of poker shirt. Follow them on Twitter at the CSOP Poker.
It's kind of cool recently, some of these charitable poker players sprouting up out of nowhere. The Reg charity where they do, I think they accept donations and then there's like a committee that decides where the money's going. Slightly more thoughtful charitable donations than probably some other things you could donate to.
100%, and Matt is the founder and president of the charity series of poker. Great job, Matt.
It's good. It's really good for changing the image of poker players. I think that we have a bad rap for things that we didn't even do, like ultimate bet scandals and all that stuff, where it was just a few really corrupt people during the boom of poker. So that's when a lot of people were hearing about it, and that's very unfortunate. And I think that there are things that we could do to turn it around, and this charity and Reg Foundation are two really good things.
I agree.
Interesting flop. Asher flop the 5, and Matt Stout has a gut shot.
I don't think Asher's going to not bet anytime he hits the board going forward. Matt's got kitchens, all of it suited. And I think he'd like to make a move with this hand because it's just so much fun for online players to play it. I'm sorry, I let the cat out of the bag. What kitchens is, for all the people that didn't know what it is, you're now privy to some inside online information. That's a pretty strong card for Matt. I think Asher might lead again. Either way, there's going to be a lot of laughter when Matt's hand is turned over. $10-3 is the 7-deuce of live poker online. Is he going to find a street of value here? Right?
Now that it's just us at the table, I don't mind talking about hands. Right. So it's like, we can just take it over so we can do this commentary.
Alex, go.
We'll just start showing every hand and analyze what we did on history.
to go to. 11, 12.
That is epic. That is so epic.
How many minutes left in all of them?
5 minutes left.
Trying to steal my water, bro?
Damn, you noticed?
Did you roofie me? Not for now, for later.
For both. Oh, they took my drink.
Okay. Keep forgetting that we're having a heads up. Every habit usually keeps us there. Forget it.
What does he do? He takes it out?
Yeah. Heads up, just simple. Doesn't really matter much. It's in there. Unless you really think you're way not more small cost. Oh, I forgot to put it on the RFID. It's a 6 Dewey.
I had better.
Text Lucio trying to find out what hat he's saying. It matters. I care.
So if I have 3/4 suited, does that count as better? How does that work? It's a real important question.
I'll go with yes. I'll go with
Better.
I'll go with that. Probably strong.
Mo. 2?
How's the Timmy dry going over there, Mike?
Mikey!
Oh, you guys deep in anything?
He's talking to you.
You deep in anything? You got any sweats? What?
It's Casino. He's a legend, kid.
Huh?
Dude, you're making
Get it done,
Casino.
buddy. Get it done.
You're making Casino talk so much more than he's comfortable with. That's not okay.
Huh? I'm thinking about it. I'm probably going to be getting hammered from Long Bar watching hockey and finally
Stop,
getting
I
tops
filmed
on my...
I filmed it.
I don't know why I'm looking without a strap on. Bad strategy. Fire some NJ tops on my iPhone while I'm just like getting tanked. Yeah, someone's gonna have to wake me up when I get to blackout stage though, so that I don't blank out. That's gonna get tricky. I don't want anyone else playing my account. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't know. Like stars will let you get away with it if like you can't physically play, you get locked out, whatever. Your internet's not working. They let someone else come and see you get back online. I wonder if the same deal applies jealous of that Guinness hat. I am pretty jealous. Sure, bring it up. Vinny, can you pass me that Guinness hat?
I'm supposed to play against that? This is real?
You don't have lice or anything, right? You had like your grade school nurse check you with like
Look at his hairline. With Jerry's
That's
hair.
very official in grade school when they were checking for lice.
Not like we're playing for, you know, money or anything. No big deal. Just
You
wearing.
can't take me serious anymore now that I'm wearing this hat, can you?
I know. You're just bluffing every hand in my mind from now on.
The hat's 0 for 1, bro.
Undefeated against the hat, baby.
0 for 1 with the hat. If Ash Money wins 2 more in a row.
Dude, I raised the calls. I like, look, go to look at them and like, get the fuck out. Guy in the Guinness hat. What is this? So hard to keep a straight face.
Maurice, I didn't even know you were here. You've been so quiet. That's like Will the Thrill just chilling in the front row and you didn't notice. How the hell did that happen?
That's the only way you
That's
can
like
get
me
compared to
sitting in the front row and you didn't know. Maurice, are you a child? I am a child. Sorry, Charlie Murphy. It was an accident. I was having too much fun.
I'm sorry, I watched all of those like a month ago. So
I watched all of them at least 10
yeah. No, but rewatched after many times.
It got hard to start keep watching them when not only did I have every line memorized in my head, but I could imagine the whole video playing out in my head. It's like, why actually watch it?
Right, when you know it, yeah. Well,
with the intonations of your voice.
Charlie, you can't do Charlie Murphy's face contortions. Nobody can but him.
Hi guys, Matthew with the John 6, outflopping Asher's Jack 7.
Okay.
Check, check, check.
Sound working, hopefully. You guys let me know if you can hear some stuff, and we'll start commentating again.
Sounds like we might be back. We're back.
Cool, we're back, yeah.
We missed a few hands, but that's okay. And we said a bunch of funny stuff, but that's okay.
Our best work.
And very insightful commentary, so you guys missed the best part.
Matt with the rally cap.
I want to thank Jerry Callahan for some of his updates.
This is really bad news for Matt Stout if he wins the tournament and like runs really good, because he's gonna have to wear that stupid hat for the rest of his life.
Yep. Or at least
you don't
want to
do
tables.
that. Mm-hmm.
Got a shout out from Anthony Zeno's listening. Says we're doing a great job. What a great year Anthony's had.
You won anything lately?
He's just ripping down everything he can. Couple of WPTs, couple of high rollers.
Yeah, no big deal.
Great job, Anthony, and you're doing a great job representing poker.
He's another former lawyer. Showered the law. Was like, I'll just win all the poker tournaments. He did a better transition than I did.
Not quite the resume that you have.
No, I showered law and then min cashed the world.
Oh, very nice.
Well, his transition took a little bit longer. And then it
Oh,
popped.
yeah, maybe that's what's going to happen. I just need
Maybe,
another couple
Jamie.
years.
Maybe.
And some sweet shades and a Hugo Boss suit, though.
You do need a Hugo Boss suit for sure.
And maybe just play a little bit better.
Oh.
Or a little bit worse.
I am just kidding.
Or a
little bit worse.
Oh, poor Zeno.
Oh, no, that wasn't a Xeno slate.
I was just curious.
That wasn't a Xeno slate, no.
I hope it was.
I was like, geez.
That was me just, you know.
I just got to get the chips in the middle a little bit more. Maybe get a little drunk, wear a Guinness hat, win some money.
Exactly.
Well, Matt didn't get much of his money in behind today, except for that one hand on the river.
Biggest part of the tournament for him.
Sure was.
Hey Now says, with such a chip advantage, what would your strategy be, Jamie? I would, as I was talking about before, the sound is probably off. I think it's kind of soul crushing to be so dominated in chips, to be like 1 to 5, and not be able to win a significant pot. So if I were Asher, I would do like the 9-4 suited is fine to like 3-bet, but I wouldn't let Matt win a big pot. Like I wouldn't be trying to bloat pots and like letting him double up. I would be taking these small stabs, and I'd obviously be playing my value hands for big pots and nothing else.
He's still with 3-betting and opening 4s, and I believe he would have called the shove right there. But yeah, I'm sure he's trying to control it as best as he can, and Matt, I'm sure, is trying to get, you know, a bloated pot together for himself to win.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Matt still has a huge advantage in general, not chip count and not in this particular tournament, but in final table play.
I think Asher's played really well. I think Asher's played better than everyone at this final table. Even just that bet size, like I can't, like knowing that would work, and it basically scooping up an extra 2 million chips that I would never have thought to even bet that big.
Yeah, we don't talk poker much together, Jay.
What?
We're not in the same poker talking circles.
Kids, be nice.
I don't know what that means, so I'll just take it. I'll let it go.
It means
He was insulting
it just
you.
means you're not going to know. No, I wasn't insulting. I just said.
Let me narrate.
Yeah, thank you.
He was insulting you.
Monster flop for Asher right now.
I just think, I still think that was an ambitious raise size, especially because Matt's still, like, he's finally has his personality back, but, like, he was mad at himself for, like, an hour.
I think he called.
I think he called knowing it was a bad call.
I think he might
And
have called.
he doesn't do that often.
No,
So
he doesn't.
so Asher got pretty lucky that Matt made an uncharacteristically bad call.
I think the sizing helped Asher. Made it look a little bluffy.
But I was just saying on a different level that if you're playing a bad player, you can make that bet size and make it look bluffy. When you're playing a good player, it's so obvious that you're making it look bluffy.
Except in that situation, if he makes a value bet there, Matt's going to call a small value bet, but if he makes a 3/4 pot, Matt might be like, this is just pure value, where when he overbet the pot, he bet 7 million into about 6, I believe it was, Matt just started feeling he was trying to steal it from him. And if a sophisticated player is going to think that way, where a novice player's not. So I think Asher really thought that way, went through, and really did a great job in fooling Matt, who doesn't get fooled too often.
Matt showing off his New York Rangers tattoo. Go Rangers. Good luck tonight.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see a Ranger Islander series.
That would be nice. I would go to a couple of those games if I can get my hands on those tickets. I am a Ranger fan. How about you? You're an Islander guy, right?
Well, I grew up on Long Island watching them win all the championships, but the Skybox tickets I get are at the Garden, so I've been to a lot more Ranger games recently. But I like to be a New York fan. It gives me more teams to root for. Let's go Buffalo Bills, too. Flop means nothing right now, so it's going to come down to who wants to sneak in. Looks like Matt's winding himself up. And
Matt's licking his lips. The 3 of hearts. Nice little backdoor flush draw, backdoor straight draw.
He just doesn't know Ash has got the same back doors. Both players calling. Oh, one player calling with nothing, one player betting with nothing. Great game.
And there it is. There's that heart.
Oh, hi.
Guys, this might
Told
be
you guys.
a big hand. Got 3.1 million in the middle.
Ooh.
Ash is betting his draw, and there's no way Matt's going to fold his draw. But will Matt raise?
Well, Matt, I'm probably just going to peel you so many. You think you have so many outs.
I think Matt doesn't want to peel and end this hand with 9
How
high.
much? So Matt has
much does he have
2
behind?
times the pot right now. That's what makes it tricky. Like
I think
he's
Matt
just
should be all in right now, thinking he has the only heart draw. Try to take down the hand with 9 high.
Yeah.
We'll go for the draw if he's called. He does not know what he's
He's
up
going to get
against.
through.
It's not
If he
going to get
piles
through.
here,
He will
what?
not get through. If
Do you
he
know
piles.
math?
I don't think Ash is calling off.
He can't
Matt's
call
shove.
off. He just doesn't have the odds. He's 1 card to come, and he's 9 outs. He's going to fold.
You're playing against Matt Stout. That doesn't turn it off too often.
No, but it just doesn't matter. I mean, if he stuffs, it just doesn't matter. Like Ash has queen high, and he's not going to call off.
Well, this leads Matt into that bad spot. Now he has 9 high, and he's going to have to bluff.
Yep.
Interesting.
I like
Interested
taking the
to see what
shot with
Ash
the
does
raise on
here.
the turn. A little 2-ball in there. A little bit more. All Matt's thinking about is, why couldn't I get a heart? Little does he know right now.
Both sporting some
Matt really looks like
goatee-ish facial hair.
I was going to say, Matt looks like he really wants a pile right now.
He sure does. I mean, on the turn with the hearts and the gut and the up and down draw, I think it was a good spot for him too. But if Asher called, he'd be out.
Wowzers.
Yeah, I was going to say that looked like the I'm going to go all in tank. Nice hand, Matt.
Very nice.
I think when he calls the turn
Turns it
and
over.
he shows up.
Here comes Asher with the smile. Guys, that is not a smile of me being happy.
No, that's like I hate you,
That's a
so I'm
grimace.
smiling so I don't punch you.
That's a grimace, and hopefully the booth doesn't talk about that hand back here.
No, it's a good shove. I mean, when Stout calls the turn, he very credibly could have a king. Like, he would be calling down with a big pair, and like, obviously Asher missed, and there's a lot of draws that he's going to miss playing his hand like that. But I also think he may have folded a pair in that same spot.
I like
He's not going to
Ash's
fold
bet.
a king, but
I like Ash's bet, and I like his fold.
Well played, Matthew.
I think Ash is saying, why don't you pile the turn? I was going to call with queen high.
he was never calling with queen high cold stone.
I smell a side bet.
I think he was.
He's just going to go, I don't care about math, I just call.
He's saying.
You put him on 9-5.
Yeah, 9-5 of hearts,
I bet
exactly.
he has 9-5 of hearts.
He's saying I have
Run
a
it.
bigger heart draw than you. B-I-T-C-H.
Matt with a little momentum now.
I'm telling you, he really screwed himself with that rally cap. He's got to wear that dumb thing forever. He's probably going to lose his fiance over it.
Even to the Ranger
Who'd date
game.
that guy? Come on.
He brought his fiance to the Dominican Republic tournament. She's a very nice girl. Again, don't know why she's with him, but I'm sure we don't see it now. Matt's a great guy, and I'm just joking.
Ash taking it to the streets.
Ash is going to play this hand a little hood.
Scott Blumstein says, easy bet call with queen high.
Yeah, I agree. You rep so thin.
Ash is putting a bit of pressure on Matt. And Matt likes his ace high. Well, that call might seem standard online. It's not a standard live play. It's above the rim.
Will Asher fire 2?
Asher smells a 5, which would be the end of the tournament. I believe if Asher fires again, he wins, but can he fire again after Matt called him? Looks like 400's going forward, 4 million's going forward. Tell you, Asher has spirit.
Kid got hot.
Told you he was going to play the hand hood. Asher pulled the hood.
Hey, it's Rum Cake. Rum Cake is Scott Ball, and he basically started the poker Twitch revolution and is responsible for this new stuff coming up. So he just says hi.
Nice. Hi.
Thanks for helping modernize our communication systems. It's going to be tough for Matt to call right now. It's pretty much going to be fold or put it in, all of it, and he folded.
Nice hand, Asher.
And now Asher shows the 8 high.
Did Asher show it? Oh, payback.
I don't know if
Did he show? I don't think he did, but he should have flashed an 8.
Well, it seemed to indicate that he did, but maybe he didn't.
I like Nash Vegas 777 on Twitch says, you're responsible for me getting into poker and taking out a second mortgage on my house. To Rum Cake. Yes, so Twitch has been a video gaming platform for a really long time, and now it's got poker too, and poker can be very much more expensive than video games, but also more profitable for some.
I've yet to make a Twitch account or go on Twitch, but I've heard awesome things.
I have too. I'm hearing enough today to maybe get a Twitch account.
It's fun to watch. Sometimes, like, I'll watch certain people's streams because they're very informative and I like watching their style of play. And then some other people are just so entertaining.
Yeah,
like, I put Big Dog because
really
he gets drunk and he's funny and he
Yeah,
like,
I like
interacts
that.
on the message board. And the one day I hosted his viewers because he'd busted from everything. So he came up, he hosted me actually. And he goes, hey, you have 300 new people and they're used to me being really drunk. I'm like, okay, when in Rome. So I start pounding beers and I win the tournament.
Nice.
I was like, thanks, Big Dog.
That's sick.
Sometimes that works, young people.
Yep.
But not too often.
Well, Jay Carver was the first really successful poker Twitcher, but I really think Rum Cake had a lot to do with that, him getting into it.
Ash has got the lead in this hand, big hand, and it's an ace against a king, and Matt's getting a little bit short. He's got maybe 5 times the pot right now, 20% of, he can increase by 20%. I usually use that as a spot to try to figure there's no smaller bet to put in than an all in. But again, my math is different than others.
He does have 32 big blinds.
It's kind of a lot.
Yep.
Seems like a lot.
Sure does seem like that way. Until they get in the middle.
Then it's not so much.
I mean, another way to look at it is he has 12 million and there's 3 million in the middle, so he can have a 25% increase also with winning the hand.
Another way to look at it is betting 4 times the pot to win 1/4.
Another is
Cold Stone and I are going to fight.
Another is knowing you're going to win 4 out of 4 times doing it.
Except for this time, which must be the 5th out of 4 times.
4 out of 5. I was referring to Asher shutting it down.
I'm
before
teasing
3
you.
came. Oh.
I'm enjoying you guys teasing each other.
Thank God you're between us.
Yeah, we would have choked each other to death, which would be really fun for the live stream. That's when they would pan in on us.
I've been learning how to choke lately, so be careful.
We'll leave it at that for our imaginations.
Left. comes Matt. Clearly probably thinks he has the best hand because no one has an ace heads up.
And that's trouble for Matt.
That's really bad
It
for
strengthens his
Matt.
hand, makes it less likely that Asher has an ace.
I think he's checking, looking to call.
And also, Matt is now chopping with some slightly better kings than his.
Some, like 2.
Yeah. 5, 7, 8. Heads up, you got all of them. Asher could have all of them.
Yes, he can. But he doesn't this time, and let's see what decision Matt makes after Asher bets.
No rum cake. This is just a one-day. This is a final table of a $560 event.
I think
Borgata.
4.5 million's right. Here comes Matt. What are you going to do, Matt? Matt's got a huge decision. It's heads up, and he has a great hand.
Yeah, I don't see him folding this hand. It's just so likely to be good.
You don't think he finds a fold here ever?
I mean, this is a much tougher fold than the one he didn't fold earlier, in my opinion. Maybe he's regretting that call, and maybe it'll make him make a better decision this time.
Well,
I was thinking that.
Well, heads up, it's kind of tough. I mean,
Yeah.
That last ace on the river really, really hurt Matt. There's only 2 other aces in the deck, and if you're a math person, the other guy can't have it. The only thing is, does Matt put in a raise here? But I don't think he'll get called by a worse hand, so I don't think he would do that.
I wouldn't be surprised if he folded. And he
Yeah.
calls.
Both times he knew he was making a bad
Of course
call.
he's calling there when the ace hits the river.
It's just funny because both times you could see Matt knowing it's not a
Yeah.
good call. He knows.
Even as he put the chips in,
Yeah,
actually.
like he wanted to like just reverse
Yep.
it, be like, "Look,
Yep.
never mind." That's a weird psychological thing in poker. There's just hard time. Like your butt's been in that seat a million times, and you know you're doing something. You know you're making a bad decision. You still make it. And like, I don't know why we do it, but it definitely happens. And like,
Oh, the best part is when you're watching that happen. The guy's like,
You
I
just
know
know
you have.
it.
The guy says
Yep.
out loud,
Mm-hmm.
I know you have an ace. I call, and as he loses the pot, he tells everyone at the table, you
I
see?
knew it. Like,
I knew.
it's like an
But
insurance
did you know?
policy. Yeah.
But did you really know?
Definitely insurance policy.
I call, you have a 5. Yeah, see, I knew.
You know who was the king of that for a long time, and I feel like he doesn't do it anymore, but Negreanu used to always do that. It would be high-stakes poker, and he'd be like, you have 4 or 5 here every single time. You have it, you have it, you have it. He'd put in like $50,000 in the pot, and the guy shows 4 or 5. He's like, I know.
I knew.
And I was like, why do you do that? It was his thing for a long time.
But you really don't know. You just sang it, obviously.
Matt now down to 16 big blinds. A stack he's very familiar playing. That's not a slate. He's very familiar. He knows how to play the 16 big blind stack well.
I do know he knows how to play it, but whenever I look at Matt's stack, he's got 50 to 100 bigs.
Oh no, I just meant that he's very.
Yes. He's very very intelligent at all levels.
Exactly.
Both of them are used to playing 14-hour sessions, so time will never be a factor on their endurance.
When was your last 14-hour live commentary session?
Oh my God. I really did do one. The one we did for the last WPT Borgata was unreal. It really did. Like, it ran 4 hours longer than any other one I ever did.
Wow, that's
We just were sitting in there. We're like, can we order dinner again? it's like 1 a.m.
What'd they say?
Everyone else already left. Probably anyone who could order food, they're closed down.
Well, Matt's got
That
top
was
pair,
brutal.
Asher's got middle pair, and neither player believes each other, and it's head-to-head. So there's going to be a little bit of action here. Asher surely hoping for a 3 of hearts, or any heart, or a 6. Does not do much. Kind of leaves Asher with just a 4 as is out, if he remains in the hand. Matt's down to 4.8 million checking. I'm sure he wants to make sure he gets his chips in.
He took his rally cap off.
Wowzers.
Oh, he got the 6 a little bit
Three
late.
pair for Ash.
Yeah, not that exciting.
Which might make him think Matt can't have anything. But he still has check down value, showdown value. I think Matt's going to take a stab here and try to get paid off. I don't see
Probably
any
bet
reason
like
he
2
needs-
million.
Well, he only has 4.8 left. I think 2 would be ringing, but I think that would be about the right amount.
He could shove.
Yep,
I feel like, yeah, shoving looks less strong than betting 2 million.
I agree. I still don't think Asher could call with 3 pair. I mean, he needs a 10 to beat him, and he has it, so it's not a bad call.
He has second pair. Heads up.
Yeah, second pair heads up.
Yeah, I don't hate the call if he ends up making it.
No, I said it's going to be really hard for him to make the call. He did check into him.
If I'm Asher, I want to fold just because I want to maintain my chip position right now.
Yeah, but
I don't want to give up. I don't want Matt to have a chance right now. And like you're relinquishing a small pot where you're not even sure how, like where you stand in the hand, to just like on to the next one.
Well,
you're not ever going to double through me. Go ahead.
Well, it makes sense. He's only going to have 8 million if he wins, instead of having quite a bit more, about 13 million. I don't know if he's going to find the fold heads up. He's got 3 pair. Can't assume he has a 6, a deuce, or a 4, so it leaves just a 9 or a pocket pair to beat him. Kind of like that second ace on the last hand. Looking for a live tell. Ain't going to get it from Matt, and that's a fold.
It looks like he wants to fold
That's
really
a
bad.
fold.
I'll be pretty impressed. It'll be a pretty good fold.
He don't know what to do. He's folding. Nice fold, Asher.
Yeah.
Good fold, Ash.
And Matt throws the all-in button at him in frustration. Maybe the 2 million route was a better route that time, Jamie.
So what?
The 2 million bet on the river might have been called.
No, I don't know. I feel like that looks stronger than shoving does.
It might look stronger, but the impact of the 2 million is not that bad.
Matt has the I got away with one look, and he didn't get away with one. He had it. It's funny, like, doesn't he? He looks like, haha, sucker, bad fold. I got to learn how to
Probably
replicate
aware of
that look.
Yeah,
I know, I really
he
do.
knows about that.
Big Tommy Guns sending his regards, saying we're doing a great job. Tommy's been cashing in everything at the Borgata for the last 2 years.
Shout out to Tommy Guns.
It's a good dude.
Thanks for listening.
Great guy. Asher leading out with an ace. Kind of looks like aces, but we call it the transvestite for various reasons. We call it that because as you're peeling the floor, it looks like an ace, but as you get lower, it is not an ace, and something entirely different. Something you didn't want to see. A 4. But I digress. Asher making a really nice pile there. He really knows how to make his chips into artistic decorations. Or not.
88% of the chips in play. Decent lead.
I think Asher just doesn't want to get off the table. I just think he wants to stay here with his chips.
Food, glorious food.
We get food too for being here. This is a great
They
place.
feed and water us. It's pretty nice.
It's the best place in the world.
We're getting told that the ace-4 is not politically correct.
By who, Alan?
No, by Tony Mark. But it's okay. Whoa, Coldstone is so Hall of Fame. I agree. It's true.
I apologize if somebody misunderstood what I was saying.
Or understood what he was saying.
Thanks for throwing me under the bus. And I don't condone any types of behavior by people. I'm just talking about how cards look. It will get worse over the next hour, I promise.
Oh yeah, this would have really devolved. If you were there with me when it was like the 14-hour one, by the end we weren't even saying words. We're just like we just take our headphones off and throw them.
I like to see him grind it out. Make a
Grind
sweat.
it out, make a sweat. They're playing for 20,000 bucks.
Just got a visit from future Asher.
Okay, Matt's up to 19 bigs. Matt's got that look in his face like it's time for me to start hitting cards or go home. Matt opens a suited Jack 6.
I think he limped in.
Go ahead. You go first.
Oh, we got Griffin's in the chat now. What's up, buddy?
Ash is holding the King 4. We used to call that the Eddie Mac. Guy got destroyed playing it most of his life. Ash is going to lead his King high. And Matt's looking at a 6 with 2 overs and 2 flush draws on the board. Well, the 4 is going to give Asher a little bit of hope right now.
It's probably going to keep the pot small. It's a lot more interesting when no one has any showdown value. And you just have to keep betting.
Matt shows a winning hand. That moves up to about 8.5 million.
So it's interesting. We burned through about 4 of the 6 people in about 50 hands, and now this heads-up match is about half of the final table. They've been heads-up for quite a while. Played some interesting hands so far.
It's really been entertaining poker, but right about now with Matt with 16 bigs, it's kind of time for him to try to find that double if he can. I'm sure he's been looking for it now for an hour, and Asher just doesn't want to give it to him. Rightly so.
It's a nice looking prize pool.
Again, those numbers aren't correct. Carlos Alvarez got quite a bit more in the chop. I think he got 120. But right now, whoever wins this between the two of them will get the most. It'll either be 160,000 for Matt or 150,000 for Asher.
And if you guys who are watching on Twitch and listening to the live stream, if you're sitting at home in New Jersey, we have the New Jersey Championship of Online Poker right now on the Party Borgata Network. There's a 5 o'clock tournament. It was a 25K guarantee that I believe late reg is still open for another 20 minutes. And a 7 p.m. Tournament starting in 17 minutes. $1 million in guarantees over the next 10 days, and you should check it out.
And www.rymaxinc.com, the #1 player report program. www.raymaxinc.com, one of our new sponsors we're happy to have. And that's what they're playing for.
Just a trophy?
At this point.
And 20,000. How rich are you, Cold Stone? You keep discounting this 20K like it's nothing.
They might have even chopped the 20.
I don't think so.
20K is about 4 times my net worth, but if I just got 100,000 10 minutes ago, it wouldn't be worth as much. They're playing for pride and the trophy. The 20,000 is great also, but right now both of these guys want to win. If they were playing for 0, they'd be playing hard.
Yeah, I think I think some of the Twitter needles that people have been dishing out about Stout never winning any tournaments at Borgata, I think he probably wants it even more than Ash wants it.
Well, I mean, I can agree with you, except for the fact that Ash wants one. Ash wants to be known. Ash wants to break out. So, yeah, I'm sure Matt has so many reasons why he wants this, but, you know, Asher still has his whole bunch of reasons also. He hasn't done it yet. But, yes, I think Matt wants to squash a couple of people. Thinking of his ace high is good right now. Nice bet by Asher, playing his stack properly. Shows the nothing.
Got a little gut shot and an over.
Just didn't show it. Yeah.
I think it would be fun to be on a live stream and then lie to your opponent the whole time about your holdings, like knowing that they'll find out half an hour later. Just be a little bit messing with their mind for no reason.
Well, I had that dilemma with Kevin Stamen, Stam Dog. I told him I had him, and we went on break a minute later, and I realized he's going to see it one day, so I told him I didn't have him. And then he steamed, and I knocked him out of the tournament. So, being honest worked out for me that one time.
Yeah, in cash, I 4-bet king queen. It was a good spot to 4-bet, and my friend folded queens, and I lofted my cards a little too high by accident, and he saw the queen, and luckily he told me he saw the queen because I would have lied and been like, I had aces, don't worry.
Where was this that someone folded?
It was here. It was Chris Chick.
Oh.
And now I get to shame him.
Carlos just stopped by to say hi, just telling him how great of a job he did at back-to-back wins.
Good run, Carlos. Congratulations. Alex, nice to meet you.
Sure he's going to have a little pep in his basketball shot after we get back home after this. Good job.
And Asher wins another pot.
So he's got 88% of the chips in play. He's been slowly chipping them down.
He's been really methodical, playing very well, not letting Matt get that double that Matt needs. Matt looks a little like frustrated.
A little withered right now.
Well, he wants that double, and the darn Ash.
So I'm saying the way I play those small pots gets really frustrating.
You were 100% right. I gotta just stop throwing 35 bigs in there.
Yeah.
You could continue to do that if you want. I mean,
yeah, and advocating it to others on live stream too. That would be good.
And I think that the 3 hands I would have done it were perfect, and they won those hands. And the tournament would have been over on that hard hand.
I believe one of them was King 4, and it would have got looked up by Ash's Ace Jack, and you would have been out of the tournament.
Oh, that hand.
Yes, that one.
Now, on that hand, I said Asher should have taken it down. We see the back of Maurice Hawkins playing in the tournament out here, fresh from Florida.
Where's that? Oh, there he is. Hawkins.
Ace opens.
We see Brazil on his right.
I see Brazil. Shout out to Brazil. Asher with the 10-4.
Vamos.
So right now he's got about 10-1 chip lead on Matt, maybe 9. Matt with a queen 4, trying to find a better holding. His time's running very, very quickly for Matt.
Has around 16 big blinds.
16 bigs as opposed to about 90. But that one double is so huge, and Asher just doesn't want to give that to him. Asher with backdoor spades. Matt with betting chips. Did Asher pick up a little bit of a tell on the way Matt put those chips down now? He's thinking a little bit longer than I think he should with this hand.
I think he has king high and the king of spades, so.
I believe he did, and I don't think he really liked the way Matt dropped that bet. And Matt likes to see anything he can at C-bet. Sure, Asher hopes he shuts down. And that 3 does nothing on the river except give Matt some thought of queen.
Makes Asher's king high that much stronger.
Sure does. As well as Matt's, which he checks back. Not happy that he checked it back, obviously, after seeing the 2 hands, but nobody does know. They both did have 2 pair. And with that, we're going to take a break.
Alrighty, enjoy your 15-minute break. Back here to conclude shortly.
Lounging by the sea and lining up 5-7s. Now that's a win. Showing off your new garden tool and raking in on 0-0. Now that's a win. Swinging to some classic rock and standing on 20. Now that's a win. Do what you love and get the thrill of Borgata anytime and anywhere in New Jersey. Play online, poker, slots, blackjack, real money. TheBorgata.com. Now that's a win. Get $20 to play when you sign up now. Loving up on the puglets and looking down on 4 kings. Now that's a win. Showing off your soft top and shoving in on a straight flush. Now that's a win. Manning the tongs and taking down a hot tournament. Now that's a win. Do what you love and get the thrill of Borgata anytime and anywhere in New Jersey. Play online, poker, slots, blackjack, real money. TheBorgata.com. Now that's a win. Get $20 to play when you sign up now. Stretching your hammies and splitting aces. Now that's a win. Toasting the perfect marshmallow and turning up 5 cherries. Now that's a win. Waiting for a nibble and setting a trap with pocket kings. Now that's a win. Do what you love and get the thrill of Borgata anytime and anywhere in New Jersey. Play online, poker, slots, blackjack, real money. TheBorgata.com. Now that's a win. Get $20 to play when you sign up now. lounging by the sea and lining up 5 sevens. Now that's a win. Showing off your new garden tool and raking in on 00. Now that's a win. Swinging to some classic rock and standing on 20. Now that's a win. Do what you love and get the thrill of Borgata anytime and anywhere in New Jersey. Play online, poker, slots, blackjack, real money. TheBorgata.com. Now that's a win. Get $20 to play when you sign up now. Loving up on the puglets and looking down on 4 kings. Now that's a win. Showing off your soft top and shoving in on a straight flush. Now that's a win. Manning the tongs and taking down a hot tournament. Now that's a win. Do what you love and get the thrill of Borgata anytime and anywhere in New Jersey. Play online, poker, slots, blackjack, real money. TheBorgata.com. Now that's a win. Get $20 to play when you sign up now. Stretching your hammies and splitting aces. Now that's a win. Toasting the perfect marshmallow and turning up 5 cherries. Now that's a win. Waiting for a nibble and setting a trap with pocket kings. Now that's a win. Do what you love and get the thrill of Borgata anytime and anywhere in New Jersey. Play online, poker, slots, blackjack, real money. TheBorgata.com. Now that's a win. Get $20 to play when you sign up now.
Oh, we're getting back here, getting ready for the next level after the break.
What's the next tournament you'll be playing, Dave?
I guess it will probably be the main event here, starting on Monday or Tuesday.
Yes.
Hoping to rip down the bird at the Borgata and be as happy as Asher and Matt's team at the moment. I'd hope you'd be at my final table too.
That'd be nice. Yeah, I would like to do that.
That'd be fun. Not fun to play against your style, but fun to see you at the table.
I will have to adjust my calling ranges to your 35 big blind pot shoves, flop shoves.
If I ever play a hand at the final table, I mean, if I got to play a hand for my whole stack, I might as well wait till it's aces.
It's hard to get aces.
It is, but I heard that you do if you wait long enough.
This is true.
Oh, we're looking at an interesting picture of the table right now.
These NJ Cop events are starting now.
Yep. Jump in the 7 p.m. What do we got running?
A little 7 p.m. swag, a little 20K guarantee.
What is it, $100 buy-in?
Bounty. Yeah, 90.
Yeah, $100 with a bounty.
$20 bounty.
Sweet, it should be fun.
It's still 25. It's still 20K guarantee.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
It's gonna be huge.
With bounties and only putting up about $80, what a guarantee. Hopefully I don't have to. Is there an add-on to it with this rebuy?
I don't think so.
Which rebuy? There was a rebuy earlier, but I think we might have missed it by now.
Oh, that was
the $50 re. Yeah.
Oh, great. If you guys play in the event, make sure you write in the little chat area about how well we did, so we could smile and think you're telling us the truth.
There's a 15K as well for $50.
What time does that start?
I think it just started just now at 7. Hopefully
Sweet,
they can
man.
wrap this up. I might go start a little
I might
sesh.
sit right here and do some Twitch for this. You want to sit here and do?
I don't
You don't
have
have your
my
stuff.
laptop.
Aw.
Shucks.
Maybe you could use one of these.
Mine's
Maybe.
not that far away, but if I'm not invited, then...
You're invited.
Wow.
This is the party.
Twitch-
We're here.
Twitch
This
sesh?
is like 3 generations of poker.
just got a sender not on my contact list that said good job. Thank you, whoever you were. I guess the iPhone now tells you if they're not in your phone book as well as not putting their name up. Here we go, guys. Cards are being shuffled. Action's about to start. And I'm assuming we're going to see some fireworks pretty soon because Matt is running out of time. Got Nancy and Chris up front watching. $11 bigs to 109 bigs means the chips are going to go forward. Even someone using Jamie's perfect math might have to push those chips
So
forward.
many needles.
That wasn't a needle. That was a compliment.
Yes, I don't shove 12 times pot very often. But maybe I need to add it to my game, mix it up a little bit.
If you ever do it, I will call you now.
11 big blinds for Matthew.
It seems like a little to you guys, but 11 bigs is kind of what I date. 11 to 15 bigs. I fall in love with that range.
I spend most of my poker life in that range.
Matt with the 9 deuce suited. Asher with the 7 deuce suited. Ooh. Matt had a dominating hand there. Thinks he got a walk with the worst hand. Matt added a patch to his shirt. I guess he's decided.
Seminole Hard Rock Poker.
He had it off earlier. Maybe he's putting it on for some luck.
When we went to the movies the other day, a couple people, he was talking about how he was going to play this event and then shoot down to Hard Rock and register their event. But I think, I think he might be late for that event now.
He'd have to shoot down today.
Yep.
I saw Jared.
And he's not going to shoot down today. No. I think we're all going to drink a bunch of stuff tonight. What do you guys think?
No, I believe that the re-entry period just ended in Florida, probably just about now or at 6 o'clock.
Oh, it's a shame. He must be really upset. Poor Matt.
He could have had someone buy him in and bleed him out. Matt is a journeyman, traveling more miles than most, but he does take up residence now in Las Vegas. From Costa Rica. Looks like he's saying, are you talking to me? I only have 11 bigs.
Wow.
So that's a
pocket 7s.
Dude, when you're that short, even picking up a couple blinds is so nice.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I have life. Now he's going to have like 12 or 13 bigs.
Unfortunately, when he gets it in, he's not going to have as big of a lead. Asher not playing a little crap. Happy to give up just a couple of chips until he has a hand he can play well. Definitely a compliment to Matt.
And I think it's just the right play. Like, you don't want to give up any of your ground that you've spent all this time gaining, and it means folding the rags instead of putting in a raise and getting shoved on and giving up 2 big blinds.
I'll tell that to Matt on this hand. But I agree with what you're saying. It's very hard to do, but very important to do. That's what separates good from great.
Interesting, Matt limps the button with the hand that will play okay post-flop. But it's kind of interesting that he's not going to be giving any walks, and Asher is, it seems like.
And it might have just cost them something. That ace is going to make that 5 look better for both of them. I think they got to discount the 3 clubs unless a 4th club comes and feel their 5 is good. Ash is thinking long. Wants to make sure he doesn't give up any chips to Matt. But he does have second pair, theoretically.
Eight high is going to win this spot.
And Asher has the best hand still.
This has become a very interesting run out. And Matt can't really credibly represent anything. Like, putting chips in the pot here just looks so weird to me.
Yep.
Yeah, well, if you know Asher had 8 high,
I mean, he's got to stab at it anyway, but it's like, I don't know.
Would be an impossible call to make.
Asher with a top holding.
And Matt with a two connectors.
Is that what you think suited cards look like?
I said, I meant Matt has two connectors. Oh. Yes, I do. Asher taking down the blinds and nibbling away.
Oh, 14 beams.
14 bigs. Matt always happy. One of the happier guys out there. Always smiling and laughing.
Plays poker for a living.
Crazy world this is. The guy could sit down, play cards, and make money. We have that suited connector. Asher's got the king 10, and I smell
Good
action.
game.
I smell a lot of action on this hand, possibly pre-flop.
All in and a call 100% of the time.
There we go. All in and a call. Good luck to the two of them. Slight lead.
Wow, off to the races. Good luck, guys.
55-44 with 1% shove outs.
If Ash wins, we get to eat.
No change on the flop.
Wow. Wow, one card away from Ash being a winner.
He looks so nervous.
Wow.
Good job, Asher.
Wow, congrats, Ash.
Congratulations, my friend.
Great
Good
run,
job.
Matt. Great run.
For all those near the Borgata, me, Asher, and Alec and company will be out tonight drinking, celebrating.
That is a fact. Come by. We'll be at the B bar, the Long Bar.
And if people are annoying, then we're going to go to the sportsbook bar in the back. Jamie might come out too.
Yep. I'm going to play the NJ Cup first because I'm always grinding, and then go drink later.
Very happy for Ash.
I am too.
Good
Well
dude.
deserved. So the final numbers
He's an
are
okay dude.
actually.
I'm just happy for him.
He's an okay dude.
The final numbers are 160,000 for Asher, 140,000 for Matt, and 130,000 for Carlos because there was a chop. The trophy goes to Asher, who is a Borgata Poker Open Championship. And let us not forget about Carlos, back-to-back final tabling and winning the event. He chopped it last year and he chopped it this year.
Great run for him.
Great run. Theoretically, back-to-back. And even though we busted on Gary a little bit earlier.
You busted on him.
He did come in third in the $2 million guarantee in his other tournament that he played. And he did ask me to be a little crucial and hard on him, and I was. But good luck to him, and I'm sure he'll be out drinking too tonight at the B bar. We're going to do a picture celebration. What a lot of people have been doing in the past is bringing up their friends. Unfortunately, some of his friends are in the room right now. But they'll probably do a picture with him. Then a picture with his
Let's
crew.
guess who's going to be in that photo. I'm going to go with Nancy Martin directly next to him.
And,
How about that?
and Michael Azuri should be
I'm going to go
pretty
Mike
close.
Azzaro in the back because he's tall.
Mikey Casinos.
Yeah, Mikey Casino. Who else? I think Matt Stout might even be in that photo. He might,
No,
yeah, he might be in there.
I don't think you go.
He's a
in
good
the
sport.
You just don't go in the photo
No?
for second. No.
Want to wager?
No, you might have noticed something that I didn't notice already. I wouldn't wager on that. But you would have had me if I didn't get a
I think
tell
Chris
on you.
Horter will be there. I think I saw him in the room. He'll be in that
Chris
photo.
Chris had a nice run, a nice win this year too, a month or two ago. WSOP circuit event, Maine.
Oh, Vinny in the photo.
Well, you know, Vinny's got to get a little bit of camera time. He's put a lot of work into the event.
Wow, go Ash.
How come I see you walking behind there? What's going on?
How are you here and there at the same time?
It's crazy, right?
This is crazy.
Fix your stack, buddy. Come on.
I guess Stout's just like
That's cleaning
meddling.
up. Little OCD. Little OCD work, yeah. Matt Stout, a great competitor.
And a good sport.
And a great sport, definitely. I know you and Matt have spoken poker quite a bit, right? And I know Patty had her run after speaking with Matt a little bit too. That's not a French photo. That's first and second.
Ah, there you go.
Cute.
I'm talking about the posse photo. Here it comes. Come on, boys. Get your asses off here.
This is definitely like team good guy. Oh, look, Matt Stout did go in it. Weird.
there you
Oh,
go.
Rosho is.
Hey.
Ship it.
We got Chris. We got Muhammad. We got Mike.
This is really like team
we got
nice guy.
Ryan, and
Fake
here
Chris
comes
Young.
Nancy.
Mo Farah. Ryan Urquizo. Look at him with those glasses. Studious.
Mm-hmm.
So studious. It's a good look for him, actually. Look at those mugs.
Yeah, by the way, if any of your daughters need dates, these would not be the people to choose. Do not have your daughters date poker players. Although if they're going to date a poker player, that would be the group that they could
Yeah,
date.
for the most part.
For the most part. Speaking from a girl's point of view, I would take her word better than mine.
After we get one more dealers and my tab, sorry, Jamie.
Oh, hi, Jamie. You look so good on camera back there. I think this is when I got tossed, too.
Oh, wow. Photo with the dealers. They treated him well.
They treated him well, yeah.
Yeah, they did.
He won a tournament. It's hard for them not to have.
100% correct. Are they going to ever tell us when we can leave, or do we just sit here?
No, I think we live here now.
Oh, good.
This is where we live. They gave us a
she was-
couch.
Look at that pretty
Wow.
girl hugging
Shut
Ashley.
up.
You hugged him?
Oh, my
He's
God.
my friend.
Do guys hug like
What's that?
I don't understand.
I don't know.
I think the shade of your hair is perfect.
You're so creepy.
You take compliments so well. You must be complimented so often the way you take them. Was this the first 2 compliments you've gotten? Hey, fair
How I
enough.
take compliments, I laugh and then I make fun of the person who complimented me.
That's good.
Yeah.
Nah, I really like the way you take compliments, Jamie.
Creepy.
Did we get to hear your interview?
I don't know.
Can you mouth what you're saying?
Yeah, do you remember off the top?
No, I don't remember what I said to him because I'm. Oh, shoot,
Well,
you
laugh-
can't hear it.
That's the third laugh in poker I was talking about.
No, it
Right?
wasn't. Stop it.
But yeah, how are you feeling right now?
Feeling amazing. Don't
That was a
have any
good
other words
question.
for it. It's incredible.
I wanted to ask you about one hand because we were commentating in the background. So your river raised to like 7 million when you backdoored that flush. Were you trying to make it look super bluffy and trick that poor Matt Stout?
Well, I actually was telling Matt that I missized my raise. I made it, I believe, 7.05 million. And I was trying to go 6.3 million, so I put 750 extra.
And I said
in front of me
6.
than I thought I had counted in my head, and it was 3 more. But yeah, I was definitely trying to go really big anyway.
I wonder if that helped you get paid because he's like, well, that can't be anything.
Well,
You
it's
so
funny 'cause we're
want him
talking
to
about it, and
disagree
I say,
with
I was
me
trying
now.
to go 6.3. He goes, why didn't you go 6.3? I could have folded or something like that. So it's entirely possible.
That was
Yeah.
like the best, most profitable mistake you could have made.
Yeah, but I was trying to size big to make it look really bluffy. I believe I got there. I've never heard his hand, but I assume I
He
got
was too
there.
fair.
Yeah,
He was too
okay,
fair
so there you go.
Yeah, so good pot control until you got there.
Thank you.
So do you have any cool plans for all this money?
I don't
Tonight?
even know. I mean, I'm headed to Europe in about a week, so that'll be more fun now. And then the World Series after that, and that'll be more fun now. And just keep living life and being happy and having fun.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you
Very
so
happy
much,
for
Jamie.
you personally, and you were definitely due.
It doesn't, but thank you. I appreciate it.
So congrats.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Great interview, Jamie. Great win by Asher, and a great job by you too, Roach.
Fun. So
Thank
can
you.
wrap
Good
this
job,
up?
guys. It was fun. It's a little hungover. It's not really professional, but you know.
So from Borgata and the Borgata Poker Open, we're signing off.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Peace.